Hello, everyone. Hello. This is Parallel Universe, the third episode. This is the one that I'm solo hosting. A few weeks ago, you saw Helix do Celeste, and this time, this is all games I loved with runners that I absolutely love and adore, my good friends, right? So today, we're going to have Super Mario Odyssey, followed by Risk of Rain 2, and it's going to be a fantastic time if you haven't seen either of those runs. Real quick, before we start, if you missed out on any of the Hotfix shows or past events, go to youtube.com/gamesdonquick. You can watch all of them. And speaking of, if you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe, please. I'm begging, please. But now that that's out of the way, Dangerous is here running Super Mario Odyssey. Talk 2%. If you want to explain what that is.
Hi, sure, yeah. Let's get into that. What's up, everybody? My name is Dangerous. Thank you, Limey, for inviting me onto the show.
No problem.
Happy to show off Talk 2%. We also got Lucid, recent world record holder, on commentary.
What's going on, everybody? How are we doing?
When I invited you on, you did not have the world record, so you just kind of popped off and made this an even more important showcase than it already was. So that's pretty cool.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. So Super Mario Odyssey, Talk 2%. People who have been watching Super Mario Odyssey speedruns for a while probably know what this category is about, but we will do our best to explain it. Basically, there's a bird, and he kind of just chills in all the kingdoms. And if you're doing your casual playthrough and you find him, you get to go talk to him, and he'll give you a hint about a moon, and he'll just tell you what the name is. He won't point it out on your map or anything. He'll just tell you what the name is. It kind of gives you an idea where the moon is. So Talk 2% as a speedrun category is you're not allowed to collect moons to progress unless Talk 2 tells you. Now you might be thinking, Dangerous, your screen is in Chinese. How are you going to read the words? And that's where a really cool extra little thing that we're going to be showcasing today comes into play as well. But we're going to get the run started, and then I think, Lucid, you can go ahead and take it away with the explanation once we're done with that. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So if we're ready for a countdown, I'll count us down in 3. How does that sound? 3, 2, 1, go, like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. I think that's how countdowns work. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, we are playing in Chinese, but that's not going to be a problem because, Lucid?
Yeah, so essentially, very recently, a Talk 2% translator was made. Shout out to Az Harkos and Biako for being the main contributors. Basically, it is a external program that you can download on your computer, and it basically will read your capture card or whatever you have set up to record your gameplay. And when the text pops up telling you the name of the moon, it'll actually translate it to you in English or whatever language you prefer to read it in, and it'll also. Is it going to show up on the display on the stream?
Yes, it will. Yeah.
So yeah, there's also a built-in text source you can have OBS read. That way, it can showcase to the stream also what moons Dangerous is going to get from Talk 2.
That's right. It's going to automatically populate that text file and also the program that I'm using, so that as soon as it reads it in Chinese, it's going to spit out the English name for me to have. And also on top of that, there are a couple of benefits to using this over just playing in English. First of all is the time save, because we already know that playing in Chinese is faster than playing in English in general. That's 17 seconds of difference, if I'm not mistaken, in an any percent speed run. But not to mention that every time you talk to Talkatoo is also a dialogue box, and we're probably getting a little bit of a cumulative time save from just that as well. Also, the program itself, not only can you have the names kind of displayed on the screen so you don't have to go into the menu to check them if you forget, but you can also look up a little picture of the moon if you want to. So you can if there are some similarly named moons, you can kind of dispel some of the mystery or some of the fog in your brain by just clicking on the picture and seeing which one it is, which I think is a fantastic addition.
Right. It makes the category a lot more accessible, especially to players that, don't know every single moon name. I remember when I first tried to play Talk 2, I would not know moon names. I'd collect a bunch of wrong moons, lose a lot of time, and it wasn't as fun. But thanks to the translator, it makes it super easy and just a lot more fun and accessible run to a lot of different people.
Exactly.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier a little bit, like just speedruns being accessible. Like we just love that, right?
Absolutely. And I can understand, like, you know, I think each game community kind of dictates the flow of the game and like what is allowed, what isn't allowed, and that kind of dictates how accessible it ends up being. One example that I make is Odyssey versus a game like Galaxy, for example, because I think with Galaxy, or with Odyssey, for example, if you want to be like a top-level speedrunner, the only thing you really need is a digital version of the game on your Switch, and you're good to go. Like the current version is the most the fastest version of the game. Whereas with Galaxy, like you have to get the Wii U Virtual Console version, which means you need to have a Wii U, and you need to homebrew. It's a whole thing. So like accessibility kind of isn't so great by accident. So you know we do love accessibility. Sometimes it's a little easier to implement than other times. But yeah. So Odyssey is a pretty accessible game, and it helps that it has such a diverse community that is willing to kind of help out. And, you know, I think one of the most fascinating things, I'm kind of going on a tangent here, but I think one of the most fascinating things about speedrunning communities is just how in-depth you get to just like one singular video game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Also, very nice casual DSS.
Yeah, my rib jump was a little sloppy, but I was happy to get that on the first try. We'll take that.
Yeah, I was about to say, we're gonna gloss over that.
I was kind of just explaining it in the meanwhile as well. It's one of those tricks that like it can either go like really well just all the time or really badly. Like you have a good day or a bad day. I find the more I distract my brain from thinking about what I need to do, the motor skills just take over and it goes all right. So
Yeah, muscle memory really is crazy.
oh yeah.
We're coming up on our first Talk To talk here. An important thing to note too is Talk To will never give you story moons among the moons in the pool. So story moons
Correct.
are completely allowed to collect in any kingdom along the course of the run. So you can use that to your advantage. A lot of the kingdoms with kingdoms that have fast story moons, you can opt to collect them, and instead of rolling for a Talk To moon.
Nice little invisible wall there. Love that.
Some things never changed in Mario.
Nice shot with Chain Chomp. That's Cascade Kingdom Timer Challenge, yeah. Oh, very nice shot. Okay, we got both of the ones in the sub area. I think that this Timer Challenge is number 1, so we're going to go over here.
And,
So, yeah, the story moons, like Lucid was saying, the story moons are... some of them are mandatory, which is why we allow them. It's kind of like the free space on a bingo square, if you want to think about it that way. Like, you're allowed to collect them. They can contribute towards your total with no penalty at all. There is a category called Talkatoo Hardcore, which if you wanted to, like, say that the story moons didn't count and you needed to get your entire moon collection from Talkatoo, like, you know, you need 5 moons to leave Cascade. 4 of them are story moons to begin with, so there's only 1 left. If you want to get all 5 from Talkatoo, that's Hardcore Talkatoo, and that's like a different category.
Yeah, and another important thing, is especially in terms of the strategy of the game. Obviously, we only needed 1 moon to exit Cascade, and Dangers rolled 3 different moons before choosing, to collect the one he thought was the fastest. So Talkatoo, after you talk to him 3 times and you try and talk to him again, he'll keep recycling the moons he's already told you to get. So there's only 3 moon slots at a time. So
right.
that ends up making the strategy for the run very interesting, because there are some times you'll get like 3 really fast moons. You can collect all 3 of them, go back to Talkatoo, and get 3 more moons. But as we'll maybe see in Sand Kingdom, sometimes we'll get a moon that's just incredibly slow, and Dangers might say, this moon is way too slow. I'm just gonna kind of leave it sitting in the Talkatoo bank, so to speak, and I'm just going to continue to roll for 2 moons for the rest of the kingdom, which, might save time if if the moon is really slow, but the downside is you have to, go to Talkatoo more to get less moons, because you have less options to choose from, essentially.
Right. And sometimes you can get good moons, but they're like really far away from each other. So you might just like keep it in reserves for a little while until you get something that like synergizes with it a little better. Like there's a whole bunch of different ways to kind of go about this. So
Right.
all right, so we actually got kind of a decent combination here. I don't really like the seeds ever, but at least we got it next to this moon, which is like literally right by this seed. We can go ahead and do this. And then we'll go ahead and grab the seed. Now, the seeds, so maybe we can talk about DSTA a little bit, or just like daylight savings time in general for a moment.
Yeah. So basically, if you don't know how the seeds work in this game, they're seeds. You plant them in the pot, and depending on what seed it is, it takes a amount of switch time to grow. Like for these seeds, it takes about 20 minutes. There's a specific pot in Seaside that I think takes about an hour for some reason. Not really sure. But yeah, obviously that's not it's not really viable for a speed run waiting 20 minutes for a seed. So what Dangerous is going to do is he's going to go into the switch clock and he's going to move the clock forward a day. And that'll basically allow the game to be like, oh, an entire day has passed, and it'll, start to grow the seed instantly, as opposed to, waiting 20 minutes for it to grow.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so funny because like DSTA was something, or like daily savings time growing the seeds was something that we discovered like pretty late, I would say, into Odyssey compared to like, the release of the game. Like it was probably like 1.5 to 2 years into the game's life cycle. We were like, hey, these seeds grow because of the switch clock. Like you guys know that, right? It's like, oh wait, no, we don't know that. So it was funny because when we were doing really early runs of this Talkatoo category, if we got seeds, we thought it was like a death sentence. We were like, oh no, like that's one slot gone. Like it's just locked forever. But now we know we can just go into the switch clock and move the clock forward and it's fine.
Yeah. Makes the category a lot better too.
Oh yeah, a lot more accessible.
Right.
But yeah, in the any percent speedrun, we kind of do a trick where we abuse daylight savings time. We like set our clock forward before the run starts, so we don't actually have to go into the menu in order to get one of the moons like in the sand town proper faster. And it helps to route the game. So. And you'll notice that I planted the other seed too. That's just in case Talkatoo gives me the other one. It's just right there, and I don't have to worry about setting a clock again forward.
Yeah, we'll have 3 fresh Talkatoo rolls here. We'll see what we get.
And I have to hope I don't grab this moon now. There we go. Invisible maze. Well, we were just in there. Oh boy. Okay.
Well. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, Dancing for New Friends is the outfit moon in Sand Kingdom, which basically you have to collect 15 purple coins, go to the shop, buy the sombrero outfit, and then go inside a sub area, play a little riff on the guitar, and then you get a moon. In other words, extremely slow.
Yes.
As most outfit moons across the run tend to be very slow, and this one is no exception. So, this is one of the moons where, depending on how the Sand Kingdom is going, how far you are into it, a player might opt to just completely skip.
Yeah, this is one I'm probably going to keep in the bank until I can get some purple coins. And there are 4 in here, so we can make use of the fact that we are. We can make the use that we're in the purple poison. That's not helping us in any way.
Purple coins are not the same.
So
purple poison.
Yeah. What's this icky paint like goo? I did it again. Good old Valu dives. All right.
3 in a row.
Yeah, 3 in a row. This one's for the fans. There we go. I know how to do this. There we go. Okay. Come back into town. Now, the Dancing with New Friends isn't so bad. You still have to go into the shop and buy the outfit and stuff like that, but at least the town has like all the purple coins you could possibly need. I'm actually going to kind of just collect some of these, and I'm going to grab this hint art for safety reasons later. There's one moon in Wooded Kingdom that can cause a lot of issues, so I just want to not have... Oh, we have shopping. That's actually a good combo then.
Perfect.
And then On the Statue's Tail really does suck, but that's okay. Yeah. And then we have these, and we can go in here. Perfect. Yeah, On the Statue's Tail is at the top of the inverted pyramid, which in order for us to get up there, we either need to do a trick to get up there, or we can go through the pyramid. But if we're up there, we're basically committing to doing the Harriet fight and stuff like that. And I kind of want to save that for the end, if I do it at all. So,
because yeah, the other thing about Talk To is as you complete more of the story in each kingdom, typically more moons will be opened up for Talk To give you. And of course, some are good, some are bad. Sand specifically has a few moons that will spawn after you beat Harriet that are in the kind of ice cave right before the main boss of this kingdom, and most of those are very slow moons that you do not want to get. Along with Night Kingdom spawning mummies, everywhere across the Sand Kingdom, that just makes general moving around very, very painful.
At least we get to jam for a bit, even if it's slow.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna lie, I've never done this moon.
I'm not surprised. Yeah, if you have not collected all the moons in the game, there are some that you could probably just gloss over and never even know about, to be honest. That's kind of the other cool thing about Talk To. You could use it as like a way of discovering the game, I guess. This is actually a good combo, too.
I, like most speedrunners in 2017, when the game came out, tried to run it for a bit, but that was like most of the hours I have in the game. I didn't really have much of a casual playthrough, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's fair. That's so funny that you say that, because it reminds me of Chaos Pringle was the world record holder of this game at one point. I don't know why I'm doing this. I should do platform clip. Actually, you know what? For the sake of losing time, I'm going to do platform clip because it's cool.
Yes, that's what I like to hear.
So yeah, I'm obviously off cycle here, but this little platform that's moving back and forth, if we use good timing and we let go of this ledge with the proper timing, we can actually just slip through the wall. And then we can grab this moon from out of bounds. And the next moon I have is doing the sand quiz, not going into the Sphinx room, but doing the quiz. So we can just kind of zip through the wall here and do the quiz without going all the way around. Yeah, so Chaos Pringle, former world record holder of the any percent category, excellent player of the game. And I remember after he had gotten the world record in any percent, he did an incentive on his stream to do all moons as a speedrun. And he had literally only seen the 124 moons that you collect in any percent. So he was completely lost, and it took him 16 hours. It just goes to show that yeah, this was such a popular speed game, and a lot of people just played it specifically to do the speed run.
Right. Also there, it did look like Dangers genuinely just knew how to read Chinese for the Sphinx answers, but also, I don't know if Dangers knows them by memory or not, but the translator also will tell you for the Sphinx quizzes the answers that you need to give for you to get the moon. So that's another nice thing about the translator.
Okay, great. Yes, there we go. So now what we're going to do, we got Secretive in the Inverted Mural, and we got On the Statue's Tail. So I'm just going to do IP clip. I'm going to go through the Inverted Pyramid. We'll finish with Harriet. I could just keep pecking away with moons, but yeah, we kind of got unlucky and got 2 of the Inverted Pyramid moons in the pool, so we would be picking them off one at a time, and that's a little slow, but so is Harriet, so I don't know. This is bad RNG to start, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever actually... Oh, never mind, we're good. I was going to say, I don't know if I've ever done this with the sombrero on, but here we are.
Didn't
so
matter.
Everything's fine. There is a way to get to the top of the pyramid without actually going through the pyramid itself. And it's handy for categories where you don't need to collect any of the moons that are in here. Unfortunately, I did get Inverted Mural, which does require me going in, but maybe you can talk about that trick a little lucid.
Yeah, so what Dangers did now was how we, skipped a lot of the sand story for many years. Just clipping through the bottom of the pyramid and then climbing up and having, being able to skip 2 story moons in the process. But then I believe it was 2020, a new way got discovered
right.
to entirely skip just to the top of the pyramid. Basically, you can climb an icicle and then climb on this ledge, where Dangers was just at the 2D. You can climb onto the ledge. Then you can do a corner clip through the wall that is insanely difficult, land out of bounds, do some out of bounds movement to reach another platform, and then you end up being right here at the top of the pyramid where Dangers is now, which is, yeah, so it would have been useful had Dangers not gotten the inverted mural moon, but we didn't get to see it, unfortunately, because of inverted mural. But yeah, it's a very handy trick, but very difficult. Can completely destroy any category that has it. It can completely destroy your run very quickly.
Yeah.
Very hard.
And kind of like DSS, the one that we glossed over in the Cascade Kingdom, it is right, close to the beginning of the run in the categories that it's featured. So it's not a huge deal to like waste your 7 minutes of time and go back. But also keep in mind that you do have to do DSS first, and then you have to also get IP clip right after. So it does kind of make the categories that have them pretty punishing.
Right.
Lots of resets, but as soon as you get past that first 7 minutes, you get to breathe a little bit.
Yeah, that's the big thing about it.
All right, so that's our 16 moons in Sand Kingdom. We actually cleaned Talkatoo out. I didn't leave any behind this time. Didn't need to go get more and sift through the pile. So we're on to, I'm going to pick Wooded first. Just, I don't know if this is something you do, Lucid, but I still do it. Just in case.
I do not go Wooded first, but there is a tactical reason to go Wooded first. I just choose not to do it. I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's perfectly understandable. So the reason that we're talking about here, this game, you get to different kingdoms by taking the Odyssey. That's like the primary way to get from one kingdom to the other. But there is also something called the painting chain. And if you're just like wandering the kingdoms, you'll find these paintings that have like portraits of different kingdoms, and then you hop through them and you warp to the other, Super Mario 64 style, right? You can use those paintings to get from kingdom to kingdom a lot faster than the Odyssey can get you there. You also don't have to sit through like putting all the moons in the Odyssey and all that stuff. So that painting chain order is actually changed depending on which kingdom I choose first here. So if I choose Wooded first here, the painting that is in Wooded Kingdom will go to Sand Kingdom. And there's also a hint art. You want to explain what hint arts are, maybe a little bit, Lucid?
Yeah, so hint arts are essentially how they work in this game is across every kingdom, there will be just a kind of like a picture just on a tree or on a building or something random. And you look at it, and it'll give you a hint as to where a moon is in a separate kingdom. However, in the moon list, like in the actual moon list, it counts for the kingdom that you see the picture in. So what happens is you can get something like, for example, found with Wooded Kingdom art. But the issue with that is it's not in Wooded Kingdom. So
yeah, it's in sand.
It essentially, in most cases, it's as if your Talkatoo moon slot is locked. Like there's absolutely no way to get it that it would be of any benefit to you. However, the one exception is if you go Wooded first, then the Metro Kingdom art, the Metro Kingdom art is in Wooded Kingdom, and the painting takes you to Wooded. So you're actually able to, if you wanted, if you get Metro Kingdom art later in the run, you can take the painting to Wooded and actually get the moon instead of having it just locked completely.
Yeah, long story short, by choosing Wooded first, it actually does it twice. It does it for the Wooded hint art goes to sand, and the Wooded painting goes to sand. And then later on, Metro painting goes to lake, and the hint art goes to lake as well. Right. So it like pairs up really well. But in a perfect world, in an ideal situation, you do not want to have to do the hint arts at all, because they do take you to a completely different kingdom entirely. So they're not great.
Yeah, the hint arts are like basically in any kingdom that has them is like just the number one moon you don't want to get. There's another moon in this kingdom specifically that is notoriously very slow. Hoping we don't see it in this run. It's called a treasure made from coins, and there is a coin coffer in the deep woods that you can capture. And there's this flower kind of chilling in this little pond. And you have to shoot, is it 500 coins into it?
500, yep.
And
500.
the thing about the coin coffer is it shoots coins very slow. So you just kind of have to sit there and shoot coins into the flower for like 2 minutes, and it's awful. And it's basically...
it's not great.
To me, anytime I get it, I just don't even do it. I basically just treat it as like, yeah, this slot's just blocked forever. It's a very awful moon.
Yeah, I go out of my way to collect coins on purpose specifically for that moon. Because yeah, if you don't have 500 coins and you also have the hint art and you have treasure made from coins, you're just having a bad day. So
Right. Yeah, Wooded in Talkatoo is super interesting because of the Deep Woods. You know, Deep Woods is an entirely separate area, and it has 3 different vines that take you to completely different places in the kingdom when you go up them. You know, depending on which one you go up. So it can make for a lot of very interesting routing. You can go in the Deep Woods, and then if you have a moon that's like very close to a vine, you can take that specific vine, or there's a vine that takes you right back to Talkatoo if that makes more sense for your route. So Wooded has a lot of like interesting strategies with how the Deep Woods works.
yeah, and it's also Deep Woods is the vines. You can't warp out. If you're a new player, there's no compass, there's no map for this place either. So it's pretty easy to get lost. So yeah, it's not a great place to be in. You kind of want to like strategize your Deep Woods visits. You want to grow this vine specifically so that you can get right back to Talkatoo and keep getting moons when you come back out. Like, yeah, it is a pretty interesting kingdom for those reasons. Oh, that's actually really good. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do all 3 of them. I'm not going to bother with the... I kind of want to leave Speward for as long as I can to just keep those checkpoints active. Oh, well, of course, you're getting away from me. Luckily, Flower Road Reach is open to me at this point, so I can get this one, and then I can go shopping, and then I can do some tricky movement to get up to the top of the kingdom right away. With no issues.
Yeah, and then that's another thing that completing different parts of the game, like different parts of the story does sometimes, is it'll just completely remove certain checkpoints and make them inaccessible for the time being. So yeah, there's a checkpoint right outside the Speward Arena that Danger's grabbed that you know is pretty useful. But as soon as he beats Speward, that checkpoint disappears until you get World Peace, which World Peace is very slow in this kingdom. So if Dangers can avoid having to get that Spirit boss right away, then it's pretty useful to just have that checkpoint.
All right. And Flower Road Reach is this first one here, instead of having to take all the flower roads. It's very handy. And now we have a clear cache, so we can get 3 more moons from Talkatoo. And we still got all our checkpoints at the top of the kingdom up there. Usually there are a couple of like trigger moons that if I get them, I'll be like, okay, it's Speward time. But as long as we got that checkpoint up there, it's not a big deal to just go up to Speward and do it and then keep going. Oh, that's good.
That's good.
Okay, that is one of my trigger ones, basically. And we got a treasure made from coins. Classic,
oh, there
dude.
It is. It was pretty good moons before that, but
yep.
I mean, you're about to get, you'll have the other 2 moons and you're going to get Spirit soon. So you actually don't have that much left to do. So it's not too bad. The thing about having a moon slot locked is the further you're into the kingdom, the less it hurts, because the time loss really comes in from having to go back to Talkatoo over and over and over for less moons, as opposed to if you had all 3, you don't have to go to Talkatoo as much because you have more moons to choose from. But the more moons you have already before you get locked, before you go into your slots locked, like it loses you a little bit less time as opposed to like being locked from the very start of the kingdom.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty easy Speward strat. I feel like we've had that Speward strat since the dawn of time.
Yeah, it's simple. There's no real way to do it faster. It's nice and simple. I feel like a lot of the other I guess besides Rango, a lot of the Hopper and Harriet have had different strats throughout the years, but Spirit and Rango have kind of always stayed the same.
Yeah. Spirit and Rango, yeah, and they were the first ones to go too in the any percent speedrun. I mean, we still have to fight. Yeah, we still have to fight Harriet, and we still have to fight Topper in the any percent speedrun. They're kind of there and not going to go away because they are kind of required. But yeah, those other 2, we did away with them as soon as we could.
I just love strats in like speedrunning that have just been there since the dawn of time. Like since that have been there since before the game came out. I just think it's hilarious.
Yeah, like Moon Cave Skip is one. It's so funny to me that like that strat specifically has been like literally day one, and it's important, very important for the speedrun because it saves probably the most significant amount of time out of any strat in the game. Also, I probably should have got a checkpoint, but oopsies. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
We're not getting any moons up there. Only nut around the corner.
That's right. Ooh, elevator blind spot. That's up there. Let's go.
Oh,
Oh, not around the corner. Yo, you called.
Told
Let's
you.
go.
nut around the corner is probably the best moon in Wooded. There's like every kingdom has just the one moon that's like, yeah, this is
He's
just
like,
the
oh,
best
yeah,
one.
please.
And it's so good.
All right, good one. Atop the tall tree. Okay, that's, you know what? That's actually not bad. That's a pretty good. We could even just like do atop a tall tree, elevator blind spot, and then just finish the story and then get the heck out of here. Eliminate the RNG.
Yeah. Besides a treasure made from coins, like this is pretty good RNG. Well played too. Like this is like very good Wooded.
Says well played as I bonk into a rock wall. Classic.
That's commentator's curse right there.
It wouldn't be a GDQ Hotfix showcase with a little commentator's curse. So.
Commentator's curse is a staple of any event.
Right.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can't have an event without it.
I don't actually need this checkpoint, but I guess we're grabbing it anyways. Let me go in here. We actually got really lucky with the sub-area moons in this kingdom because this one is also right at the beginning. Now I could go back to Talkatoo and grab some more moons from the pool so that we can, you know, maybe luck into like an easy one to get or something, but I'm just going to go ahead and reminder that story moons count. Like story moons are allowed because Talkatoo will never give them, so they're like the free space on a bingo card. So I'm going to go ahead and just progress the story one more moon here. Grab this one. We might have to watch a little cutscene, but you know, I think that little cutscene is worth not going back to Talkatoo and potentially getting some bad moons. Like you never know with the RNG, right? Let's go with the safe thing.
Yeah,
so.
story moons kind of act as like a safety net almost for you because
Absolutely.
if you get a bad moon, then it's like, all right, what do I do now? I either go back up to targets anyway, or I just get a really slow moon. Like it's just targets is definitely the safe option to get here.
And yeah, we got enough, so we can just leave just like that. Now on to Lake Kingdom. And then again, you can choose Lake Kingdom or Wooded Kingdom in whatever order you like, but luckily we didn't get the hint art in Wooded. Hopefully it doesn't cause any problems in Metro later. Because Metro, the only circumstance I could find myself actually going for that hint art is, let's say I get Jump Rope Genius, maybe like RC Car Pro or like Sewer Treasure or whatever, and then we also get the hint art. It'd be like, okay, I guess we'll go to Lake Kingdom. But yeah, fingers crossed. Hopefully, we don't have to. Yeah, that's the goal. You're definitely not getting world records or anything if you have to go get hint arts. So.
Yeah. Except there is one hint art that we'll almost definitely see later in Snow Kingdom.
Yeah.
And we'll explain that when we get there. But yeah, that one will be very likely showing up. And yeah, we'll explain that when we get there. But
Snow Kingdom is like, the bane of a Talkatoo speedrunner's existence. All right, so I'm going to grab that
Rango checkpoint there, just because Rango's very fast, very quick boss, and there's not a lot of moons in the Talkatoo pool for Lake, and you know there are a few that are slow, and yeah, Talkatoo or Rango will give you 3 moons, so it's typically like almost always worth it to do Rango.
You know what? I'm actually going to go this way. Getting really lucky with our sub areas. So sub areas always have 2 moons in them. There's usually one at the very end of the sub area, and then there's one that hangs out somewhere halfway, kind of hidden, kind of secret. Luckily, this one actually you can kind of hack the game and just go around the side like that. You're not supposed to be able to do that, but it is right there, so I'm able to grab that really easy and continue on. And yeah, I've been getting really lucky with my sub area moons because I haven't needed to get the one at the end. It's always been the secret one, and the secret one is kind of in a really quick spot. So we love that for us.
Can't believe Danger is just cheating on GDQ Hotfix.
In the children's video game? Unbelievable.
Children play this game.
I'm a bad influence on the children, on the youth. Think of the children.
Your shrimpfluence.
All right, so those were okay first moons. I like the small kingdoms in Talkatoo because they tend to have like really good synergy no matter what you get. Sometimes you get unlucky though. Like that was the other moon in the sub area I was just in. That's not very good. This is also a sub area. Okay. I mean, okay, sure.
Yeah, that's not great.
Captain Toad isn't too bad. I'll probably, because Captain Toad will spit me back out in town, like right in front of Talkatoo, so I'll grab one more. And we'll see. Hopefully it's good.
Right.
Yeah, Captain Toad's all the way down here. Yep, okay, not quite low enough. That's awesome. Yeah, and the reason I grabbed that checkpoint up at Rango is because he gives you a multi-moon when you complete it. That's like the story, the only story element in Lake Kingdom. And yeah, like Lucid said, pretty fast boss fight. So it's pretty safe bet to just do it. Oh, our secret little room? Perfect. So we're going to go here. We're going to go...
Probably the best moon in the kingdom.
Yep, I love this one, yeah. I really do love getting I Feel Underdressed just to showcase the clip.
But, yeah. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I wish you'd gotten that.
Yeah, it's always a fun one. I think I did get it in my GDQ showcase when I did it at like the main GDQ event that one time. And Treasure Made from Coins, of course.
Of course, have to have Treasure Made from Coins. But yeah, the Outfit Moon and Lake is probably the best one to have just because there is a clip that allows you to get inside the room without even needing the outfit. So it's, if you know how to do it, it's actually a pretty fast moon for Talkatoo, but if not, it's kind of slow. But yeah, it's a really cool clip. I wish Dangerous had gotten the moon, but won't be seeing it today, unfortunately.
That's just the way the RNG goes. It's actually interesting. There are quite a few outfit moons that you can avoid needing the outfit for. Like we can clip into the area that requires the outfit. It's possible in Metro as well. Metro comes to mind. But then there are some that you can't, like Snow. And that, again, we're going to talk about why Snow is annoying later. But for now, let's just not think about that.
Yeah.
And go to...
Snow can't be annoying. My favorite kingdom, no.
Yeah.
Oh boy, is it annoying.
Let me tell you, it is the worst.
So it would be even worse if it were, say, I don't know, a Talkatoo All Moon speedrun that maybe I've done before, because Snow Kingdom is like 2 different parts, right? It's the town portion underground, and then it's also the outside portion, like on the frozen lake. But Talkatoo lives in the underground portion. Either way, it would suck. But, you know, he gives you moons for the above ground portion. So every time you talk to Talkatoo, you need to come back up to the surface. Also, there is one moon up there in the early game that we could get as well. That would also suck. Snow is just so bad for Talkatoo. All right, Cloud Kingdom doesn't have any Talkatoo, doesn't have any moon collecting to do. We just gotta punch Bowser a little bit. I am gonna go for the Cloud Hint Art just in case I get a lot of shopping moons. Okay, hat on the right side. We love to see that.
Stravmanip.
That's right, Stravmanip. I didn't even have to say it. They just gave it to me. Game's fortunate. This fight's pretty straightforward. This fight has been this way for a really long time as well. Basically, just like get right up in the hats backflip and cap throw with good timing, and then you're just like right here and you can punch Bowser. If you were standing a little bit away, he would like jump to a different platform. You have to chase him around. He throws like fire rings at you, but we avoid all that. So, all right, and Lost. I think Lost Kingdom is probably my favorite in Talkatoo. I don't know about you, Lucid.
I don't know if I've really ever thought about it, but yeah, Lost is super cool. Like a lot of the moon, basically every moon in Lost is fast, and they all synergize well. Typically, I mean, there's obviously exceptions, but yeah, it's super cool because it's kind of, yeah, they like all synergize well. It's super fast. There's a lot of interesting strategy with the very top area of the kingdom as well. It's super fast paced, and yeah, I don't know. It's just fun. I don't know. That's all there is to it.
It is a good one. Okay, I mean, that's actually good synergy, and also we have to go up here anyway, so the first thing you always do in Lost in Talkatoo is go up to the top of the kingdom and you grab this checkpoint that's up here, and the reason you do that is because this kingdom is very small, and it's the top is like a centralized location, so if you grab this checkpoint, you can use it to basically get to Talkatoo really fast, you can use it to get to the rest of the kingdom areas really fast. It's just a good place to start.
Right.
On a Tree in the Swamp is also very good, but I'm probably gonna wait. I need to enjoy the view. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Why haven't you enjoyed the view yet? Come on.
I'm not stopping to smell the roses. I'm speedrunning. Mom, I'm speedrunning. I can't be taking my time. All right.
Are there really roses in a swamp like this?
There are flowers. We'll see if here they are. There you go.
Yeah, see? We're smelling the roses.
But something.
Yeah, close enough. At least it's not stopping to smell the icky paint-like goop.
It's moving! It's moving!
No, oh, no, boys!
Mario.
Sunshine was a video game of all time.
It certainly was.
Definitely one of them.
One of the video games of all time.
They made some interesting choices in that game. I always just kind of am fascinated when I think about it. It's like, they gave Bowser a voice actor. Like, what? Oh boy. Look at all these quick moons we're getting. Oh, dang, dude. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, I see you talking to. Okay. So every time we warp and we haven't killed Klepto yet, then Klepto is going to reset. So we need to make sure that like every time we come to this part of the kingdom, we need to activate the bird, because if we don't, then basically we're going to trigger the cutscene where Klepto swoops down, takes Cappy, swoops back up to the top of the kingdom, and makes life kind of miserable for us. So we try to avoid that as much as possible. And, you know, speedrunners kind of have a keen sense of like where that zone is, like where you're allowed to go and where you're not allowed to go if you haven't talked to Klepto yet. So, yeah, from under bridge, okay. Get some, okay, that's kind of far, but
yeah.
Looking like we're doing some death warps over the fuzzies above the swamp.
Yeah, looks like it.
We'll do this. And then I guess we got to do another one. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna gamble. I'm gonna gamble. Let's gamble.
Let's see it.
Oh, I love gambling.
What do we got? Give me a good one. Well, that's the other way. I was just over there. You couldn't have just held on to it for a second. No, of course not. That's fine. We've got our 10. Let's get out of here. I actually don't know if warping is faster here, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, just like that, Lost is done. That's why it's one of the best kingdoms. It's just short and fun. All the moons are fast. Like, for reference, Darker Side, the category where you collect 500 moons, and this includes, you know, post-game as well, like post-game moons as well. You basically get almost every single moon in Lost. Like,
Yeah.
Like it's even
I
shards,
think you get-
which is like I think the slowest moon that you can get in Lost and Talkatoo is probably moon shards.
Yeah.
Even that is like borderline in the 500 moon speedrun. So literally every moon in Lost is like extremely fast, which is what makes it fun.
I love
Exactly.
watching Lost because it's just like the COD montage of Mario Odyssey.
It really is. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just fast paced. It's just nonstop.
That's
It's
so
fun.
that's the most accurate description of Lost I've ever heard.
Every little like movement trick or gimmick shows up in some way, and it's in any percent, it's like literally 2 minutes long. It's over in the blink of an eye. Right, Metro is a bit of a weird one. Talkatoo doesn't. So we kind of talked about the kingdom phases and how like as you progress the story, the kingdom will change. Well, Metro is probably like the most dramatic example of that because we are currently in nighttime Metro, and Talkatoo isn't going to show up until we clear the rain and like take care of the problem in this kingdom first. So we have to go do that without collecting any other moons, which is a bit hard. Oh, wait, am I going to make this? Nope. A bit hard when you have the muscle memory of collecting some moons along the way, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, this is like I think there are like 2 categories, including main board and category extensions, where you don't get moons in Night Metro. I think it's just like this and Festival Percent are the only 2 I can think of. It's
Those are the
just
only
not
ones I can think of,
something
too.
that anyone is really used to doing, and it makes it like super awkward. No one really knows how to traverse it quickly at all. It's just kind of guessing what to do.
Yeah, and there are some people who have like theorized some movement to like kind of not go the traditional way, like taking the awning and going up to the top of the buildings, and some of that movement is insane, but like because it's so unusual and unfamiliar, like you don't really see it.
Yeah.
So
And then once we do get to Day Metro, Metro is probably the kingdom with some of the most variance in Talkatoo because I believe it has the biggest base moon pool of any kingdom for Talkatoo. I think it has 50 moons or something.
for the
like
early
that.
game, yeah, because like if you don't count Toadette moons, Sand Kingdom has the most moons in total. But because we do kind of, I guess, progress the kingdom part of the story way, it does open up the daytime kingdom, and the moon pool is huge here.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of variance. There's also a lot of sub areas. So this kingdom tends to be slow just by virtue of like, it's hard to find synergy in this kingdom because all of the moons are everywhere. But when you do get it, it's pretty sweet.
It would be pretty funny if Talkatoo just spawns so you can just leave the city in turmoil. Like everyone's sad. There's a big monster running around all the buildings, and you're just talking to you like, yeah, you should go into the sewers and like clip through to like meet a piranha plant.
Yeah, just get the moons. That big thing. Don't mind that. It's fine. It'll be fine. We could go into a whole spiel about how like actually you can get past Metro Kingdom without progressing the story at all, but that requires a lot of backstory and a different version of the game and all sorts of stuff. So, and 2-player mode, I think, is actually the prerequisite there.
So we're about to go to Talkatoo. Moons we absolutely do not want include the hint art, as we've stated before. Jump Rope Genius is pretty bad. RC Car Pro requires us to drive an RC car around for a long time. Sewer Treasure will block us from getting any moons until we get all 4 musicians and then go into the sewer. So that one's kind of very inconvenient. And as I said it, there we go. Jump Rope Genius.
Love to see it, dude. All right, well, we're going to start here. So, yeah, jump rope. There are 2 jump rope moons. One of them requires you to jump 30 times. The other one requires you to jump 100 times. Guess which one I got. So, that one will be sitting in our moon pool unless by some circumstance I get the other jump rope moon. Then maybe I will consider, but otherwise we are leaving it right there. And then the other 2 I got were in sub areas, so very spread out, not good synergy, but that's kind of to be expected in Metro Kingdom. So
the only silver lining to Jump Rope Genius is while it is Well, obviously Hero's better because it's 30 jumps. Like every 5 jumps until 50, like it gets faster and faster. So by the time you hit 50, the jumps are pretty fast. So it's not like it's not like extreme like as slow as like Jump Rope Hero by that much, but like it's really slow and it's just not really worth it in a lot of scenarios. Inside and Iron Girder is a good one though.
We do like that one, yep. Not a bad combo too, I think.
Yeah, you could kind of do. Yeah, I think there's probably some movement you can do. It's kind of similar to any percent for that.
Yeah. Just like half of bullet building, I guess.
Yeah. It's funny. I was about to do a Talkatoo stream or something, and I was in bullet building from the run before or whatever, and I just randomly decided to make up movement to like optimal movement to skip the hidden moon in this room and go straight to the main moon just for Talkatoo in case I ever got it. And it was honestly really cool. And I don't know if I ever actually got it like in a run. I think I got it maybe once, but it's so interesting how Talkatoo will put you in scenarios that you would like never do in any other speedrun. Like if you're gonna go in this sub area for any other run, obviously you'd get both moons. You're already in there. It's like it's not gonna be typically in most situations you would get both moons if you're gonna enter a sub area. But Talkatoo, will put you in situations where maybe you just get one of the moons and you gotta figure out what's the best way to go about doing that.
Exactly, yeah. It's very bizarre to just like completely pass by a moon. But Talkatoo will have you doing that sometimes. Alright, do little slots. And then glittering above the pool is good because we do, by kind of just association of like doing the kingdom at the beginning, we do get a lot of checkpoints, so we can use this one at the top of the kingdom to warp and then come right up here. And then from here, I think I'm going to grab another band member. Now, the band members do give you a moon each. So I kind of just collect them whenever it's, convenient to do so.
Right.
If you get all 4, then you get access to the sewers and you get one more story moon down there if you really are desperate, but usually it doesn't get to that point.
Yeah. If Dangerous does get the sewer treasure moon, as we stated before, that might be a scenario where you would decide to get the story moon just because you're already in the sewer. It would be worth it to get it at that point. But unless you get that moon, it's not really. Oh, there we go. There's Jump Rope Hero.
We're jump roping.
That's a
might as well do
where
it.
Jump Rope Genius is viable because you're already getting Hero, so you might as. What just happened?
I missed? I definitely did not miss.
I
am a jump rope genius. I did not miss.
The rope wasn't even like it was at like the top of the rotation. I don't know what happened.
Does my hitbox expand because I'm wearing a sombrero? Am I getting cheated?
I guess that must be the explanation.
You're getting so cheesed.
I'm getting so cheesed. I love how Talkatoo just kind of sits in the background and laughs at you. He's like, yeah, I made you do this.
He's a showman.
And yeah, you guys get to see what it looks like. Some people say this is like one of the hardest moons in the game, so. So pro tip at home, if you want to try and do this a little bit easier and you're having trouble with it, just like barely tap A. So like let your thumb basically like bounce off the button every time they say hey, and you should be good to go. If you hold the A button for longer, then Mario will jump higher and then your timing will get thrown off. So you just want to like barely tap the A button every time they say hey. And you should be good every single time. There we go. Yeah, I
think you should do that again.
No, that's okay. I did try to go for as long as I could, and I think the only thing that really stumped me was fatigue. I was like,
Right.
yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. Rewiring the neighborhood, that's another sub area. Oh, and sewer treasure. Okay,
Oh,
look at
nice.
this. What a great Metro Kingdom we're having. All right, so building is this one, I believe.
Rewiring the neighborhood is actually the outfit moon for the main outfit moon for this for Metro Kingdom, which it's funny because there is a clip to completely avoid getting the outfit for the sub area. But even with the clip, the sub area is just so slow that it's probably like rewiring the neighborhood is probably one of the worst moons in Metro, just because the sub area is just so slow, and the clip kind of takes a little bit. So even with completely skipping the purple coins and buying the outfit, it's still just an incredibly slow moon.
So I'm going to go ahead and do the bassist. Yay! The famous OTEP guy. All right. That should be everybody in the band. So we have been given access to the sewers, which is very good news for us. Now, I could try and go for sewer clip, but I actually don't want to sit here for the next 30 minutes. So I'm just going to go ahead and go around. And plus, we got sewer treasure. So, you know, sewer clip only is via like an actual time saving strat if you get it like the first 3 tries or something. So we'll just go the long way. Oh, please don't do that. And then while we're down here, I guess we can just do the story as well. Because, like, why not? Again, free moon. I am actually getting to showcase, like, the worst case scenario moons here. That's awesome. We love this RNG that we are receiving today. But we're not going to push the button, because if we push the button, we activate the festival. We're not touching that. Nope, not happening. Nope. So,
Not happening.
fun fact, there is a moon halfway through the festival, like a hidden one. But Talkatoo won't give it to you until you've already done the festival once. So that sucks if you're doing like an all moons Talkatoo or you're doing like a post-game Talkatoo, because yeah, once you've done the festival, you can get that moon in your pool, and the only way to get it is to go through the festival again.
I actually didn't know. I was always curious about like if that moon showed up or like when. So that's information I didn't even know about.
Yeah, I was about to say, that sounds terrifying if you can get it, like, before, like, you do the festival, but...
Right, yeah.
Not
you go to
as
the
bad.
festival for just one moon.
And we're going to grab that. How many moons do we need? 2. Okay, that's fine. This has not been a fantastic Metro by any means, but we're making it work. Girder
Yeah, we're having a
sandwich.
good time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I mean, okay. I guess.
Interesting.
That's not great. I'm just going to do this. Oh, come on. And now we're all the way down here.
They should have just given it to you.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. And then free parking. I'm actually going to grab another Talkatoo Moon just in case. Maybe he'll give us a good one. After the Metro Kingdom we've had, that is a stretch, but we'll see.
Talkatoo knows where he is.
Secret girder tunnel right now.
Nope, that's a... Okay.
That is not secret girder tunnel.
Talkatoo, that was the worst Metro I've done in a very long time.
Yeah, you got almost every bad moon you can get, actually.
I think hanging from a high rise would have been bad. Inside the rotating maze, any of the ones that are in the sharpshooting sub area, not a big fan of those. There's quite a few. Oh, actually, the Dino sub area also kind of is bad. There's a lot of bad stuff in Metro.
You didn't get RC
No, I didn't get RC Car Pro.
Or the hint art, actually. So
that's true. The ones that we were saying, yeah, the ones we were saying we didn't want to get, we mostly didn't get, except for the jump rope one. So
Yeah, the lesson I learned just now was it could always be worse.
always. Oh, and speaking of it can always be worse, guess what kingdom we're going to now?
Snow Kingdom.
Woo, Snow Kingdom.
All right, so we can go ahead and start explaining why Snow Kingdom is the worst Talkatoo Kingdom right now.
Yeah. All right. So how Snow Kingdom works is basically how the piece works. There's 4 story moons in 4 different areas, and then there's the Bound Bowl race. And the Bound Bowl race is very slow, so we don't really want to do it. However, the problem with Snow is many of the moons that are collectible in Snow are Talkatoo has them locked behind the Bound Bowl achievement. So I think there's like, I don't remember how many moons are in the pool before that, but it's not very many.
Not very many, like less than 15.
So the problem is, it is very, very easy to get both Found with Snow Kingdom art, which, as we explained before, the hint arts are basically automatically locking a slot, and the 2 outfit room moons, which are also very slow, obviously, for reasons we've mentioned before. So Dangers is going to preemptively get purple coins in advance, because the possibility of getting the outfit moons is very high. If you get to the point where you have the 2 outfit moons and then the Snow Kingdom art moon, you are forced to do the outfit room. You are outfit locked, essentially. And
yes,
so that is why Snow is terrible, because if you get outfit locked, you just kind of lose probably 2 minutes.
All right, well, that's one of them.
Yeah, and Slip Behind the Ice is one of them. I believe, I think it was BP, calculated the odds, and if you get, there is about a 25% chance that you get outfit locked if you do all 4 story moons to attempt to skip out getting outfit locked. However, there is like Rango as one of the story moons. That's pretty slow and only gives you 1 moon. So I think if you choose not to get Rango, it's something more like 33% or something like that. I'm not entirely sure.
The chances are ridiculously high. And when you're lucid and you're going for world records, you kind of gamble. Like, you don't go and get the, I don't know if you actually do get the extra purples or anything.
No, I try to avoid outfit locking at all costs. I just go for it and hope for the best.
And I don't blame you if you're trying to go fast. It is too bad that we got Ice Dodge and Goomba Stack this early, because I can't do ICC, but...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I could still and lose time on purpose, but... After that Metro, I'm feeling like I want to go fast. And hopefully the Snow Kingdom doesn't ruin our day. Okay, Goombas, let's just settle down, all right? Yeah, so ICC, maybe you can explain that too.
Yeah, so ICC has been known for a little bit, but just recently there's we've kind of developed a easier setup to make it viable for like any percent, for example. Basically, the moon that Dangers just collected, where he stacked the Goombas and hit the switch to let down the bridge to the moon. There is a setup where if you grab the ledge and then use first person and angle yourself at the corner of that little kind of ice cavern, I don't really know what to call it, but if you aim it there, you can actually clip through the corner and get that moon without having to lay down the bridge, and it is faster for any percent. However, we can't really do it for this run unless the scenario is specific, because you get trapped inside of the you get trapped inside where that moon is located, and you'd be forced to warp out, which is really slow unless you have the Captain Toad moon, which is the only moon that you can get outside of Shiveria for talking 2%.
Yeah. Or if you get it like dead last.
Right, yeah, that's also, for sure. And yeah, Dangers unfortunately got the second outfit moon.
Just waiting for the hint art, baby. Give me the hint art.
We were just praying not to get the hint art. Yeah.
Treasure in the ice wall. Okay, that's good, because now we can get the last purple coins we need, and we can go into that outfit room, and we can just do this area. And then we will be done with Snow. So again, not great, because we did have to go into the outfit room. We did need to go and buy the outfit. But, it is what it is. This is why we collect those purples. We just take it safe.
I would say, obviously, getting out, having to go into the outfit room isn't good, but I think besides that, I think this was a pretty solid Snow overall. I've definitely seen worse.
Yeah, me too.
There are situations where you just get the hint art and then the outfit moons and like your first 3 rolls, and you're just like, what do I do? Like you just lose just minutes. It's
You just kind of sit in the corner and cry a little bit.
yeah.
Oh, where are you going, Marty? Come this way, please. Nope, not quite that way. Marty doesn't want to get the outfit either. I don't blame him.
Yeah.
The
All right, well, that's
too much to bear.
Yeah, for real. This is our second outfit change of the run. Pretty extreme climate difference as well. And it's always so funny because you put on this snowsuit in Snow Kingdom and then are immediately transported to another hot kingdom. And I can't imagine that being very comfortable. But anybody who is a fan of Super Mario Odyssey, like all Moon speedruns, probably recognizes this room as like the jump farm room as well.
Right.
At least the easy jump farm room.
Yeah. This was the jump farm room for many years, but now semi-recently the new strategy is glitching under the Odyssey, and actually instead of like shaking the controller that you do in this room, you actually do just mash the jump button a bunch. And you have to be good at mashing to like actually save that time, but it is faster for those who are good at mashing. Means not me.
If you don't have hands that are 30 years old, then it's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're not just talking about like a little bit of mashing as a treat. No. Jump farm in all moons, like you need 10,000 jumps total to get the Toadette achievement. And I think just completing an all moons run without doing any jump farming at all yields you like in the ballpark of like 3,500. So like, yeah, literally 35%. Like it's nothing. So you do need to do a lot of jump farming, and it ends up being like 7 minutes of mashing, or doing the trick where you jump and shake your controller. So yeah, it's a lot of mashing. But anyway, we're out of Snow Kingdom. Get that kingdom out of here. It's seaside time.
Use like turbo controllers for this game,
right? So talking about accessibility, there are some speed games out there that do allow you to use turbo controls. Namely, the one that comes to mind is Metroid Dread, and they've justified it because like mashing is everywhere in that game. It's like the whole game. In order to go fast, you need to be good at mashing, and it's just not a healthy thing to do. I'm going to be honest with you. If you spend like 20 minutes in a row mashing, you're not going to have a good time. So they decided to vote in their community to allow turbo controllers, which is great. Odyssey has not allowed that. It hasn't really come up for discussion because it's a pretty niche thing, and you would only really need the turbo for, the jump farm. So...
Wow.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Those first 2 moons especially are really good.
Fly
Seaside...
through the Narrow Valley kind of sucks, but...
Seaside is very interesting because this is a kingdom where getting peace is an option. There's 4 story moons that you can collect, and then after that, you'll spawn the boss, which is another 3 moons. Which it's useful because Seaside is such a wide open kingdom, and it makes it like if you get moons that are all over the place, it's not very fast to traverse across the entire kingdom to get them. So it does make world peace a viable option for this kingdom. However, if you do get like super good moons, it's definitely worth it to not get world peace. So it's a matter of like, okay, am I gonna risk and try and get a bunch of good moons to skip peace, or do I just take the safer option and get peace? Almost all the time, it's probably just better to get peace, but it depends, obviously.
I guess I could have done the Rocket Flower refresh there if I was feeling spicy, but it's been a minute. I didn't want to mess that up.
Yeah.
So this is really good synergy. This is really good synergy actually for doing the story. So that's why I'm going to just go ahead and do it, because we get this, and then we can come up here. And then on the cliff overlooking the beach just so happens to be a moon that we use in World Peace to kind of wrap up collecting the moons anyway. So that's perfect. We're just going to go around, press all these buttons, collect all the story moons associated. Yeah, we've kind of been talking about how like doing the story in Talkatoo is usually like, aside from like a single story moon here and there, is usually slow to do like the boss fights and stuff. But yeah, because this kingdom is so wide open, and because story moons account for so many of the moons that you can collect in this kingdom, if you get them all, it kind of works itself out that like you can be pretty consistent and also pretty fast if you just do the story here. So we do most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just doing world peace movement now. We
Another,
wanted to go
another
in-
one of our favorite categories.
Yeah. I do like world peace. I think it's a really good short showcase of like some of the cool tricks that this game has to offer. But it also does rely very heavily on them. So if you end up messing one up, then it's kind of just GG's. And there's probably like 4 or 5 tricks in that run that are like that. So but yeah, it is a fun one. I do like it a lot. Right. So that's 3 buttons. Now we just got one more. Literally some more world peace movement right here. The overlooking the beach is literally that one up on the cliff up there. So we're going to use the Odyssey. The way that the Gushen's height works is every time you land on something, it will reset the Gushen's height. So, if you land on this cliff up here, then you get, the Gushen's maximum boost upwards from that particular cliff. But if you started on the ground, then you only get his maximum height from the ground. So you can do some pretty cool stuff with the Gushen. Like the painting platform that's in this kingdom is usually only accessible in the post game. But by doing cool Gushen tricks like that, you can actually get up to it pretty easily early. And you can do what I just did there. So all right,
Everyone's favorite boss, Lawless lands. I don't remember his name. I'm not gonna lie.
it's very long. Brigadier Mollusk Lancer the Third Defendable Blade, of course.
Yeah, that one. Right.
Yeah.
That's the guy. Yeah, rolls right off the tongue. So this fight, we've known that this fight has been broken for quite a while as well, but the idea is that like he always is going to stop in the same places every time it's a scripted fight. So if we can beat Brigadier Mollusk Lancer the Third Defendable Blade to those spots every single time, then he does a little bit of a weird thing on this last hit. And I'm gonna show you here. He's going to clip through the stage. Oh, and I missed the ground pound. But you can see that he just like clipped through the hot springs. So it turns out that Mario is not the only dude that can clip in this game. We don't really know why that happens. He's supposed to, on that hit, he's supposed to like go around the hot springs in either one direction or the other. But again, if you beat him to all of his locations and start spraying water immediately, he clips through for some reason. So, and that saves a lot of time in that fight. Like if you don't end up getting the clip, which again is like a really easy thing if you know what you're doing, then you end up losing like 10, 15 seconds. So, all right, that seaside was pretty painless, I would say.
Yeah, pretty good moves.
Now we get to go to another one of my favorites.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I agree with you about luncheon. I don't know.
It has its moments.
It just, yeah.
I feel like I get the outfit room way more often than I should, considering how big the moon pool is.
Yeah, you'd think you wouldn't get it as often as you do, but yeah, there is.
But you do.
Yeah, exactly. There's a couple other ones that are just like, there's not even like a lot of like really slow moons in luncheon. They're just like, when I get them, I just like feel so bad. Like I just get excavate and search the cheese rocks, and I'm like, I don't want to do this moon.
Yeah, that's like one of my least favorite moons in the entire game.
Yeah, it's awful.
Not just Talkatoo.
The pan bros just don't really work very effectively. It's just not. It's not a fun moon at all to get.
Yeah, no, not a fan. Now, when you're doing an 80% speedrun of this game, also aprons on chefs, When you're doing an 80% speedrun of this game, you skip Spewart entirely, which is the first boss in this kingdom. I, just for science, once decided to do Spewartless to see if it was better for Talkatoo. It is not. Talkatoo will only give you moons that are like available in your like story progression. But that doesn't account for the fact that you can skip Spewart because the game doesn't really register that that's an option. So it will give you moons that are like beyond the bounds of, you know, what you're capable of reaching, I guess. And it gets very cumbersome and very annoying. Like, you can reach those moons, but it takes you a lot longer when you don't have lava bubbles and like platforms and all that stuff. So it's and checkpoints. So it's just a mess.
That's going crazy about some yes chef.
Yes, chef. Right away, chef. It's a GDQ classic meme at this point. Put it in the vault.
Dude, when I did my run, it was the second run of the event, so it was like before all of like the event specific memes. So I like didn't even know it like that it existed until like 2 days after it happened.
Oh, right, yeah. All right, what do we got here? Overlooking a bunch of ingredients, beautiful. Luncheon Kingdom slots, gorgeous. Magma Narrow Path, I mean, that is good. We do like that sub area.
Yeah,
The other kind of cool thing about Luncheon is that like the sub areas in Luncheon aren't terrible. For the most part, except for the cheese one. Yeah, screw the cheese one. We don't like the cheese
even
one.
the secret moon's fine. It's just the main moon that's so horrible.
Yeah, exactly.
Spinning athletics isn't great either, but at least
It's really out of the way, but at least it's a
Yeah.
fast sub area. So if you get that checkpoint that's like out on that island, then at least it's not like too bad. But yeah,
Yeah.
You don't really want to see it. And then we can just kind of come right back here. It was a good combination. Give us more of that, please. Okay. Yeah, oh, sure, actually. So the love one is a little bit long, but we can just take care of it now. What is this Goomba doing all the way over here?
What?
Please, sir,
He's
is
cooking.
that supposed to happen? I don't. Where's he doing?
let him cook, chefs. All right, I'm just gonna roll this corn about halfway, and then we can do a big vault jump like that. Goombas, I mean, all of the captures are affected by momentum in kind of the same way that Mario is, but Goombas especially. If you jump off of slopes and stuff, you can get the Goombas to go like ridiculously fast.
I love capturing the Goombas in this game. They just like walk so silly.
Yeah, I think like Goombas honestly might be one of my favorite captures in the game. They're just fun to move around. I don't know, like it's not as it's not like it's a unique enemy or something like an uproot, but like they're just fun and they're a little goofy.
Yeah,
Hate on them.
and in the categories, like I guess it's just all moons where you do get to move around and stuff. Like yeah, you can get some pretty crazy momentum stuff going on, especially in like sand.
Yeah.
People talking about my favorite capture is the meat. No, it's not. It's the Goombas. You just don't know it yet.
The meat. I do love the meat. All the cracks are fixed. Okay, I think this is a justifiable. Oh, there's the outfit room.
Had to see it eventually.
Yeah. That one will probably sit in the bank. We probably won't touch that one for a while. We usually do get this story moon as well, because the story moon will kind of open up all these platforms in the middle here, make traversing. We'll also get a checkpoint over here, makes traversing the kingdom a little bit nicer for us. And it's almost like guaranteed that we're going to get some of the moons that are on this half of the kingdom as well. Also, we will want to get the meat, because the meat is like a really quick 3 moons.
Yeah, and it does take you right back to the Odyssey afterwards too. So it's basically always worthwhile to end on meat. Yeah, it's pretty fast.
Can't go wrong with the meat. I actually didn't need that, so I'm going to avoid those.
time loss in my speedrun, more likely than you think.
I've committed a grave. Oh, okay. That pepper had the strats, dude. What are you doing? Mario, come back. Oh, all right. There we go. So, I think I'm going to do Magma Narrow Path. I think I'm just going to go ahead and take care of that right now. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab the meat checkpoint, and then I'll do Magma Narrow Path.
I know it was mentioned a little bit at like the start, but I just absolutely love how much on-the-fly routing there is in this category.
That's the beauty of it, right? That's what makes it so, like, I guess, compelling in some ways. All right, grab those. Now we don't have to worry about our outfits. Magma Narrow Path, I believe, is the end one, right? Oh, well.
I think it is. I honestly can't remember. This is a moon where I'd always use the image on the translator if I could, because I could never remember.
Yeah, totally fair.
I guess we also never mentioned, if you do by chance happen to collect a moon that Talkatoo doesn't tell you to get in the run, it's fine. It's not like your run doesn't get like automatically invalidated, but you do have to collect the amount of moons you would typically have to get without, getting an extra moon. You have to collect that amount for your run to be considered valid. Like you have to get, the amount of moons from Talkatoo that it tells you to get.
Right. So like in Luncheon Kingdom, we need 18. If you collect the wrong moon, you need to collect 19.
Exactly.
Crossing to the oh wow, okay. This is so weird. We got one on the island and one in that sub area, and then we got one on that island and one in the sub area again. So that's just kind of unoptimal routing, Talkatoo. Could you do a little better next time, please?
Yeah, what are you doing, Talkatoo?
Oh, brother. Oh, what is happening here? Oh, this is a disaster. I've forgotten how to play the game. Okay. Then we'll come out here. This is I'd say this luncheon is like pretty good, pretty fast. Like it's not terrible. I've definitely seen worse.
I have seen worse as well, for sure. Yeah, this is fine.
Of course, now that I've said that, we're gonna get, what's the worst we could get? The cheese sub area now?
Yeah, probably cheese sub area. Because even, I guess, a strong simmer wouldn't be that bad since you already have extreme simmer.
Yeah, if we have strong, then I'll get the outfit.
Some like golden turnip recipe 3 wouldn't be too great right now.
Yep, that's one I don't want to see. I don't want to be cooking chefs. No turnip soup today, please.
Yeah, now Talkatoo is going to give you all of those in a row. So
No. Please no. Okay, that's not a bad one. Oh, actually, you know what? That's just any percent.
Oh,
great.
Perfect.
I'll take that. And then, yeah, lurking in the pillar shadow. I don't know if it would be faster to warp. Oh, whoa!
Scary.
I don't know if it'd be faster to warp from here or not. I'm gonna say yes, probably. Just barely.
Wondered the exact same thing. To me, honestly, I just kind of vibe it out. Like I don't know. Sometimes I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna just do movement back, or sometimes I'll warp. I don't know.
Depends on how your movement's feeling that day.
Yeah, it's probably not a big difference either way. I guess warping would be
Golden Turnip Recipe
easier.
3!
Oh, let's go!
let's go.
Let's go! Okay, then we also got Luncheon Kingdom Timer Challenge 1, so we can finish that after we do the Schmeat. Oh, right, I have to go get the Hammer Brother first. This is why this is the worst turnip recipe. So many moving parts. Too complicated recipe.
Like actually getting it over is like surprisingly annoying. Like you could very easily throw the turnip in the lava, and then at that point, you know, you have to go back and try again, and it can get frustrating very quickly.
Is that the intended way to bring it back, or I've literally never seen this before?
Yeah, I don't really know I don't know really how Nintendo wanted you to do it, but I don't know. It's something like that, I guess.
I mean, you're supposed to like use a different pan, bro, to like clear the cheese rock so that you can like climb up that part where the other story moon is and stuff. It's like, it's a bit of a journey for sure.
Yeah.
And there is probably an easier way than the way I went.
Let's go, the meat capture.
The meat,
one.
Definitely top 3
Gotta
captures
be.
in the game. I also am a big fan of the tree in Deep Woods.
I've always rocked with Metro Sewer Puzzle Block.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
Why. I
I can get behind that. I gotta say, Pokio is probably my favorite, though. I think Pokio is my favorite. I might be a little biased though, because I'm the bird man. But
Definitely biased, but it's okay. I'll allow it.
thank you, chef. We got Extreme Simmer basically first, and we didn't touch it. So we will not be chefing in the later part of the game, unfortunately. We're going to stay in the snowsuit.
Yeah, and honestly, like most of the like Talkatoo stuff is done. We have Ruined Kingdom next. There's no Talkatoo in Ruined, and then Bowser's. You Talkatoo only spawns after you do all the story, and after you do all the story, you only need 2 moons after that. So after we defeat Mech, we'll go to Bowser, or we'll go to Talkatoo. Roll for 2 moons to collect, and then no moon collection there. So yeah, we have very little Talkatoo left. So we'll get to see a lot of cool 20% stuff though.
Yeah, and Bowser's is a mixed bag. Like, I feel like Bowser's either is like super fast or like the absolute worst, because it is only 2 moons and you can roll 3. But there's like 3 sub areas it can pull from, and they all have really slow moons in them. And then it's a huge kingdom. So if you get like 3 moons that are like all on different points of the kingdom, it can just be kind of a nightmare to synergize. So. But alternatively, you could get like the 1 moon that is literally right behind the Odyssey, and the 1 moon that is like literally right up next to Talkatoo, and be done in like 5 seconds as well. So it really is hit or miss.
I don't think I've actually ever had like super bad Talkatoo RNG and Bowser's in any of my runs, but I've seen a bunch of different people get stuff like the like dashing above the clouds, and like the spinning tower.
Spinning tower. Literally, all the sub areas are very bad.
Yeah.
Because like to get into the to get into the clouds one, you got to plant a beanstalk and wait for the beanstalk to grow. To get into the spinning tower, you got to like kill an ogre and open the door, and there's a cutscene. To get into the folding screen one, you need to get 15 coins and buy the samurai outfit. Like it's just bad no matter which way you slice it.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, there's nothing really going on here, so we've got time for some donations.
Yes. There's definitely donations.
I suppose if there were any like, like reads that you needed to do or anything, this would be a perfect time for those as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Honestly, I was getting them up. I lost the window.
Oh, oopsies.
But yeah.
It's okay, we still got a couple minutes, so.
Yeah, real quick, just because most people in here are speedrunners, I want to say. There's 3 events coming up. GDQ is at PAX West 2023. If you're watching this instead of doing PAX festivities, I guess. There is a gauntlet. I'm pretty sure they have this at the last mainline as well, where if you go to the speedrun stage, there's like some information you can find out there to do like the speedrunning gauntlet and like compete and do times. It's really cool. GDQX is going to be at TwitchCon from October 20th to the 22nd at TwitchCon. So if you want to go to that, that's going to be super cool. And also, GDQ submissions are open. So if you have speedruns that you want to submit to GDQ, definitely get those in. You have like 10 days, I think. So go ham.
Oh, submissions are open now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I got to get those in.
Yeah, you can use exclamation GDQX and exclamation HDQ, respectively, to find out more information about that.
Perfect timing. We're in Bowser's Kingdom.
I'm perfect at talking.
You are. You're so perfect at talking. All right. So Bowser's Kingdom, I actually kind of like Bowser's Kingdom and Talkatoo, despite, the sub areas maybe causing you a headache. I really like the beginning because the beginning is kind of like Metro. You have to actually complete the story elements before you're allowed to talk to Talkatoo at all. So you just get to blaze through the story. And the story part is... Where did my cap throw go there? That was weird. Anyway, the story is basically just any % movement, which is very flashy across the board. So, and we do collect some checkpoints along the way just to make our lives easier just in case. But aside from that, we're just doing some any %. Nice.
I don't know, even though it's obviously a category where, relying on like luck and RNG is to be expected. I guess because of that, it's nice to, just have like 6-7 minutes where you just get to just play the game normally. You don't have to worry about moons or anything like that.
Yeah, super optimized.
You just play the video game. It's fun.
Including this mandatory shard section. And usually like shard collecting moons are terrible. They're usually like really slow. Read the cheese block moon we were talking about earlier. But this one is mandatory. Like you cannot get through the game without having collected this. So we have optimized it as a result of that. Hopefully I'm able to do it justice here. Oh yeah, and a little
beautiful.
bird violence to go on top.
That is a textbook shards.
Yeah, just about everything went right there. It was really good. I love the addition of like not needing to capture the Pokio at the end there and letting the Pokio kind of do the work for you. Love that.
That is honestly Bowser's in general, like for any % has some of the coolest strats. Like this Harriet strat coming up is probably my favorite trick in the whole game. It's just so unique from everything else.
Yeah,
we do. Like there are a lot of tricks we do that are kind of within like, I don't know, glitch like genres. Like we have our moon clips that we use a lot, or like roll cancel clips that are valuable in a few places. But this trick right here is just completely unique to the fight. And yeah, there it is. The bombs just floating in midair.
It's just chilling there. And I don't know how or who discovered this. I don't know. Maybe you have more insight on that, but
it might have been Relaxmas. I don't remember. All I do remember is I was streaming when this got dropped on Twitter, and then I got to spend the next 2 hours like trying to lab it out and make it actually faster. It was incredibly fun. I probably had
It's always
BTT
cool.
for like 2 seconds.
Let's go, yeah.
Before people who are actually good got it. It was it was a super fun time.
I don't know, the moments of discovery like that are part of what I live for when it comes to speedrunning.
Yeah.
Because like it's kind of why like getting into a brand new speed game is really fun, because it's just like that constantly for like 2 months, sometimes more, depending on like how many eyes are looking at it and finding cool stuff to do. So even in a game that's as old as Odyssey, sometimes something will pop up. Like I think the most recent one was like the platform clip.
Yeah.
And before that, it was like the treasure chest clip in Seaside. But anytime something pops up, it's like a mad dash for all the top runners, and not even the top runners, just everybody to be like, how did they do that? Let's figure it out. Let's make it easier so that we can do it in our runs and like all the time and save our time and stuff like that. Like when 2DSS was found, and like I remember everybody was just like, how do we get this the first time? And we were just like popping off when we finally did.
Yeah, if you've been following like Bomb Rush Cyberpunk speedruns, it's been crazy. Like, because the game's brand new, they're just like finding like new skips. Like there was like a skip to skip an entire like chapter, saved like actually 20 minutes. And like someone just like casually dropped it on Twitter, like, hey, I think I found this. and then like everyone was like just streaming, trying to like figure out how to do it.
I do love that, yeah. All right, pretty clean Bowser story section there. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty proud of all that. Now we just have to do the Robo Brutal fight, which is the same. There's nothing kind of going on in the fight in the interim that you might do differently, so it's always going to look the same. This fight, you're supposed to use a Pokio to like poke the bombs at the legs to make the robot fall over, and then you can use the Pokio to like climb at the legs. Like the mechanics of the fight are actually really clever, but they're also really slow. So instead we use the little pegs on the leg to climb up the side. You can ground pound instead of pecking to destroy the bubbles instantly. And then there's this invulnerable phase in the middle where as long as the legs are glowing the rainbow color, we can't hit any of the bubbles, so we gotta wait for that to finish. And as soon as it's done, we can resume our carnage, basically. And then it's
Very
done,
nice.
just like that.
I really like how like those pegs that we use to climb up to the top of the fight. I like how there are certain times in the mech's like different phases where those turn into like walls that are able to be poked by the Pokio. It's like they I guess they probably intended for like, yeah, experienced players could probably figure this out and, you know, climb up the mech faster or whatever. But even that, you know, isn't good enough for speedrunners. We just found a way to completely abuse it entirely.
Yeah, even that was not good enough. But if you're trying to do all the fast strats like I just did and you fall down, like it's a pretty valuable resource because, yeah. Otherwise, you're standing there like poking bombs, hoping that it falls over. Like, yeah, you don't got time for that.
All right, we're about to approach our final talk with Talkatoo for the run.
Please be merciful. Let's see what we got here. Ones that we want to see. Above the poison swamp, knocking down the nice frame, hopping. On the iron fence. Poking your nose in the plaster wall's fine. Piso all in a row is pretty good. Stack up above the wall. Okay, I mean, we can work with that. That's fine.
Not terrible.
Stack up, or plaster wall is the one on like the third island or whatever, right? You have to like go around where the music note block is or whatever.
I honestly don't know if I've ever gotten that moon, so I really don't even know.
I'm just gonna take a little peek. I'm pretty sure it is. It is. Okay, so we're gonna go here. This is probably out of all the poking your nose ones, this is probably like the slowest one, but
yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah.
Avoid this music note here.
This moon, right?
The reason it's slow is because like you can see that it's kind of glitched out. Like the hat is floating there, but the bird isn't there. I think it's because like the game doesn't expect you to like approach the like this area from the side like that, so it gets really like messed up and confused. Right. Normally you would be like approaching from the top somewhere or something. So
Chat, he said the line.
Yeah, the game gets confused.
The game gets confused.
The game has thoughts and feelings too, chat. All right, that was it. That was painless. Yeah, that wasn't such a bad Bowser's Kingdom. That's good. All right. And then, yeah, Moon Kingdom is our last place to go. Spoiler alert, Bowser's Kingdom is not the last place. Mario games always do this. It's like, oh, look, this is where Bowser lives. We must be fighting Bowser, right? Extra world. They've been doing that for like the last 20 years. So no big surprises here. We got to go to the moon. But the Moon Kingdom, it does have moons in it, but none of the moons are required to get to the ending sequence of the game. So we are not going to be collecting any. We're not going to be talking to Talkatoo. I don't think Talkatoo even shows up in Moon Kingdom until you've beat the game anyway. So we just go. We're in go mode, baby.
We're in go mode.
Maybe we can use this Moon Kingdom because it's kind of like, aside from Moon Cave Skip, I guess we can kind of point that out. But we can kind of talk about like other things that the SMO community has done, like tools and resources and stuff, because we were talking about it a bit before the show started, but Super Mario Odyssey is like one of the biggest speedrunning communities out there, and as a result, there are a lot of people making some really cool stuff for Super Mario Odyssey that you can engage with, not just in speedrunning, but in like modding and in bingo and in randomizers and like all sorts of crazy stuff.
Yeah, no, there is There's been a practice mod that has been, fully established. There's been all kinds of different like custom levels and mods and all that kind of stuff made for the game as well. Yeah, the the modding scene especially has been like really prevalent of like recent years. But like even then, there's just so many different like kind of sub communities of the game that just kind of partake in different stuff. There are people that people that are doing the Koopa free runnings in each kingdom, trying to get the best times in those. There's stuff like trick jumping, bingo. Like there's so many different like things you can do within like the general Odyssey community. And,
yeah, the Odyssey game itself is like so big and so wide and so robust, and there's just so much you could do with it, and like the creativity that some people have, I guess, kind of used Odyssey as their template for is pretty phenomenal.
Right.
And yeah, one of the things that I've only barely scratched the surface on is the modding community. And I know this is a show about like community projects and randomizers and stuff like that, so it feels apt to talk about it in the same vein that like Super Mario World has like a really robust and really dedicated modding community. Super Mario Odyssey has kind of started to develop that as well. You've got things like a multiplayer mod. All of this is kind of, don't tell Daddy Nintendo, but there's like a multiplayer mod where you can like play online with your friends and stuff like that. You can kind of like traverse the worlds together. You talked about the practice mod. There's a superstar mode. That was like one of the very first mods that I heard about, actually, which is like a harder version of all the kingdoms in Odyssey. There's just like so many different ways to play this game, and it's all in part thanks to some dedicated community members who have made it happen. So shout outs to all of them. There are way too many to name, unfortunately.
Absolutely.
I think it's crazy that Odyssey has like all of these different tools and like kind of all these releases for it, because it's like crazy new to like for like the sheer amount of stuff that it has. I feel like
absolutely.
Because like even like Monkey Ball is like getting there, but like that game's as old as I am.
Yeah, like Super Mario 64 also has a pretty dedicated modding community as well, but that kind of makes sense because the game is like real, like is almost, how many years does it hold now? 1996. So it's almost 30. So that kind of makes sense. Super Mario World, same thing, pretty old game. But yeah, Odyssey's so young, and yet it has all of this support. There's so many eyes on it, so many different like modders and stuff doing cool stuff with it. Oh, please. How did any of that work?
Miraculous.
And I don't say that lightly.
I should have probably fallen about 6 times there. I don't know why I'm still alive, but okay. I'll take it. At least we got 2DSS on the GDQ Hotfix show. We love to see
again,
that.
we kind of slowly gloss over like one of the hardest tricks in the entire run.
Yep. Yes, we tend to do today, but yeah, that one is hard. That one, it's so hard because like, especially if you're on personal best pace, it's like right at the end of the run, and if you miss it, it's it probably did cost you your run. Like if you're banking on it, it's make or break, and it's that on top of the actual execution itself being, one of the hardest execution tricks in the game. So, all
right, well. Coming up on time.
Yeah, all we got to do is slash away this block. We're going to hop into the wire. I think producer Ray is on the timing, so they know the timing best. But as soon as we shoot out of the wire, the timing is going to stop, and that is right now. GG's. All right. GG's.
Very good run.
I actually didn't... I wasn't running a timer, so I don't actually know how fast that was. So I suppose we'll have to have the show.
1:40:44.
Oh, that is really good. Yeah, that's only like 2 minutes off my PB, and for a showcase, no less. So I'll take
especially
that.
with the Metro and the Sand, like those did not get good RNG in either of those kingdoms. But
Nope.
Yeah, 140 is a very good time.
We take those. Yeah, that was super good run, super fun run. I had a lot of fun with that. So I hope you guys did too.
Before we go,
Yes.
you've been shouting out the community so much. Where can everyone in the chat and everyone in the VOD find you two?
Sure. Well, one last shout out to the community. If you want to find the community, I think it's probably, if you want to get involved in Super Mario Odyssey or anything that we've talked about today, the Super Mario Odyssey Discord is probably the first place to look. You can go to speedrun.com/SMO and there's a Discord link available to you there. That is your launching pad for anything Super Mario Odyssey speedrunning related. There are so many resources, multiple any percent speedrun guides if that's where you want to start as your speedrunning journey. But the world is your oyster when it comes to Super Mario Odyssey. Lucid, why don't you go ahead and plug yourself first?
Oh, me first? No, okay. Twitch.tv/Lucid. I speedrun this game on stream basically whenever I can. I recently got the Talk 2 record about a week ago, so I'm not really playing Talk 2 much anymore because the run I got was really good and I don't really know if I can beat it. But I'm currently back doing any percent runs, trying to get back into the top 3. So if you're interested in that, catch me over there. I play any percent. I make like weird loud noises. What else could you want? So yeah, twitch.tv.
That's so real.
And that's just so real.
Thank you.
Just
so
like me
much
for real.
For having me on comms. I appreciate it.
Lucid is like genuinely one of the best players to ever touch this game. Like, go give him a watch. You'll be very impressed.
I don't know.
One of the few. No, I'm gonna pull your chain a little bit because it's true. He's probably one of the few people that can give Tyrone a run for his money. So that says something. But yeah, I guess for me, my name is Dangers. Speaking of community-based content, I actually do want to say I'm also a streamer. You can find me at twitch.tv/Dangers. But tomorrow, we're actually going to be doing a little bit of community content. If you guys are familiar with Only Up, and if you're not, you've been living under a rock. It's like the game that everybody's playing on YouTube right now. Somebody made a Super Mario Odyssey mod that follows the style of that game. Super Mario Odyssey Only Up. So I'm going to be doing that on stream tomorrow, starting at 4 p.m. Eastern. But usually I do speedrun content. Any percent is kind of what my focus is right now. But, any kind of Mario speedrunning content is kind of what I'm all about. So come check me out. And also shout outs to Limey for hosting the show. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's me.
That's you.
Yeah, before we go to our wellness break, I just want to say the next run, it's crazy, right? Everyone's here for, Odyssey and Dangers. Risk of Rain 2 is like the best roguelike of all time. You guys have to watch it. It's a good one.
Yeah, it's fun to watch.
You guys absolutely should stick around and just watch that run till the end. They're basically playing Risk of Rain 2 as like a full randomizer, and it's so cool.
I would love to see how they figure that stuff out.
Yeah, it's I've been watching them practice. Oh, it's been crazy. But yeah, we're gonna be going to a wellness break. But before we go, important. Your subs and Prime subs and gift subs and bits, they all benefit GDQ. So if you love the daily content that GDQ is doing, absolutely consider subscribing, gifting subs, even gifting bits. I saw there was a hype train earlier. I love you guys so much. But yeah, absolutely consider if you love the content that we're doing here. But yeah, we're going to be going to a wellness break, then Risk of Rain 2 with Blanca Lamb and Piner. Goodbye. I'll see you in a couple minutes.
See ya.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Parallel Universe. We have Piner and Blanca Lamb here playing Risk of Rain 2, one of the best games ever of all time, forever. And before we start, just want to say one more time, if you're watching on YouTube, press like, press the subscribe button, check out the live content, because the live content, we're live pretty much every day with at least 6 hours of content, and it varies a lot. So if you love speedrunning, come down to twitch.tv/gamesdonquick. But yeah, like I said, we have Piner and Blanca Lamb, if you want to introduce yourselves and also the game and also the category.
Piner, I think you can handle the game and category.
Yeah. So that's Blanca there. Hi, I'm Piner. Nice to meet you. So Risk of Rain 2, all right? Very complex game. It's a roguelite, kind of. It doesn't have procedural generation like a lot of roguelites do, but it has a lot of the other features like permadeath, meta currency, power-ups, stuff like that. This game is unique, though, in the way that it handles power-ups. There is a set amount of power-ups in the game, and they don't actually have, other than like a few of them, they don't have like huge effects. They're mostly stat boosts, but or like, oh, when you do this, this might happen. Like you hit an enemy, a missile might come out of it, right? But the way that it really, really shines is in its focus on item stacking. So let's say your missile does 400% of the damage of the thing that activated it. You get another one, now it's 800, right? So you stack these. You get a movement speed item, plus 15% movement speed. Get another, now you're plus 30, plus 45, right? Some things don't stack as linearly as that. Some do like hyperbolic and exponential stacking. There's a whole bunch of stuff there. But that's not super important. What's important is that the more items you get, the stronger you get and everything and whatnot. As you can see, there are a lot of characters in this run, and that is important because we have a few artifacts enabled. And this one, in my opinion anyways, is the most impactful on the run, where you always spawn as a random survivor. So that means I can get any of these characters. Doesn't matter which one I pick. Every single stage, I will get a random character. There are some you want, there are some you don't. Spawn with random equipment every stage. That changes, or not every stage, my bad. On spawn, that changes every time you activate it. Monsters can appear outside of their usual environments, so there are certain enemies that can't spawn in certain areas because it doesn't make sense. This just disables that. And you can get like some ridiculous things in ridiculous places. Like you can get like not final bosses, but you can get like really strong bosses on stage 1, and it can be really hard to deal with. And then this one as well is really influential on the run. Monsters drop items on death, but chests no longer spawn. We actually end up with a lot less items because of this artifact. But on the other side, it makes them a lot more farmable. So if we're like really behind, for example, we can sit there and we can just farm. As you can see, there are tons of survivors. I don't really want to go over all of them. However, there are a few words that I want you to remember about the overviews of some of these, such as Huntress, which is an extremely mobile but fragile survivor with a high damage output.
High damage output.
And high damage output. Yeah. And Loader, who is a slow but powerful bruiser.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get to show some of those off. That suffice to say, this is going to be a really random one. Things can go great, things can go terrible. It's a lot of figuring out stuff out on the fly. So we gave ourselves a decent time estimate, and hopefully we put on a good show for you guys.
Yeah, and there's also a lot of character-specific tech, which I will explain when we get the characters, right? Like, if no need to know about Captain M1 canceling with R to, R sprint to, like, if I don't play Captain.
That's a lot of words for something that might not even happen, so.
Exactly.
Yep.
Without further ado, though, I think I'm ready.
Right.
Yeah. Go ahead and just...
Partner, you want to do a countdown?
Yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, wait, my bad. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I hit the ready button, okay?
It still counts.
All right.
It still counts.
Oh, look, I got my high damage survivor.
High damage survivor.
High damage. So the main goal of this game is we want to find the teleporter on each stage. So as you can see, I'm doing so much damage. We want to find the teleporter on each stage, and we just want to go towards it. There's also stuff like Shrines of Combat, which will let us like level up easier, and potentially give us chances of getting more items. So Milk is a good item. It increases your attack speed and your movement speed. So yeah, just hit the TP. I'll be there. We are also cycling our use items kind of like as regularly as we can, because we want to get a very specific use item. We want to get the eccentric vase, which allows us to place a portal, and that will be very, very important for the last stage of the run to be able to skip doing what is known as pillars.
Big girl.
Okay. Get fuel cell. We want to divide up the items pretty evenly usually. I'm going to go print that into a tougher times after.
Yep.
I also kind of want to hit the Shrine of Combat.
Okay, I'll save my TP.
That's good.
I know I'm not like an official commentator, but like pillars, yeah, they're fun, and definitely there's no way to skip them at all. Not at all.
Not at all.
Surely.
They take it's mandatory 5 minutes of fun. Also, there's some interesting stuff, interactions with fuel cell and the changing equipment. The fuel cell will actually charge on whatever equipment I currently have. So let's say I have a high cooldown equipment. I will want to burn it faster, so I don't have the fuel cell charging on that. As opposed to a low cooldown equipment where I actually want to get to 2 charges. Fuel cell also does reduce the amount of time it takes to charge an equipment. I'm going to step out here at 70 or 98.
Okay.
Perfectly timed.
Nice. Glad we stayed. I got stickies.
Yep, nice. I'm gonna grab this real quick and see what's in it.
Yep.
Again, just trying to get more, more items here.
I'm good to go. Are you?
Good, go. And see exactly there, I got a goat hoof, which is great. If you see me bring up that menu quite a bit, that's because I'm checking our items. I want to try to make sure, monitor kind of if somebody's ahead or behind. And if they're ahead in certain ways, we kind of want to just keep it that way. Because there are only so many items you're going to be getting during this run, you're going to want to generally, a lot of the times one person's just going to get fed. There's an energy drink printer there. TB's over this way. I'm just going to hit it.
Go for it.
Railgunner is a fantastic character to get. Railgunner is really, really strong. Just crazy damage output, even without any items. Boss spawn on the other side of the wall.
Okay, I'll go around.
Kind of annoying. Yeah, I'll go over too.
That's what it is.
So as you can see, that thing kind of pushes me. It's kind of like a sticky jump or a rocket jump, from Source Engine, whichever one you like more.
Shout out CF2.
Yeah,
Shout out CF2. And the thing I can do as well is my this left click here actually pushes me a little bit so I can stack the momentum. There's a lot of momentum stacking in this game. Also, Railgunner has a unique ability to always have 100% crit. So if I'm aiming down sights, weak spots will appear on enemies, and if I shoot them, I'll get double damage. There's also a unique reload mechanic, so if I reload in that little bar there, I get extra damage as well. So Railgunner is a pretty complex character. Overall, very, very strong. Also,
and we're only going to be seeing him for a couple minutes too.
Yeah. This is very useful also for scouting the stage. So I can just look places and look for stuff.
Pretty mid items so far. Nothing great, nothing too terrible.
Yeah, I like that I got a goat hoof, but that's about all I'm really enjoying. Something to mention as well is the difficulty we chose to play on. We chose to play on Rainstorm because Drizzle is kind of boring, but it can be hard to complete runs of this category on Monsoon consistently. So we generally chose Rainstorm because it was a nice balance of still being kind of interesting.
Okay, I'll hit it.
Well, you can hit it when it's done. While still being consistent. Sorry, I was focusing on my lineups.
Yeah, don't even worry about it. This game is hard.
Valorant.
I would say shout out to Valorant, but we just shouted out TF2. That's the complete opposite side of shooters.
TP over there.
Yep, there are 3 Void cradles in here. We should definitely clear this.
Yeah.
I'll take care of that, honestly. You can go towards TP.
Alright, if you got it.
I'm Void Fiend, so I should be able to just do everything here.
Alright, we're getting you fed then.
Yep, sounds good. Void Fiend is really strong. Void Fiend has the ability to just heal. That just healed 25% of my HP on a button. Void Fiend also has the ability to corrupt. Also, trick this to Void Fiend. It is pronoun user.
So real.
Love LGBT rap. So these things here on the ground will take 50% of my HP, assuming I don't block it with my tougher times. But Void Fiend is able to just kind of remove that. I'm not going to pick up those classes because what they do is they remove my ability to crit from crit classes, and that's not great when I already have one.
Okay.
I'm just clearing the enemies here to make sure I can do this safely.
Let me know when you're good.
I keep blocking these with my 2.5 chance. Ooh, okay, cool. I need to kill these Void Infestors because they will run towards the nearest enemy and infest them. And when the enemies are infested, they get really strong.
Fine,
I
you
got
good?
2 Lunguses, that's not bad. Like this guy, if he got infected, that'd be really bad. But that's my corrupted form now. There's some movement tech here that I can do, where I can jump, press this, face the other way, shoot my missile, or ball, whatever you call it. You can hit it.
Okay, thank you.
And get a bunch of movement there. I didn't get anything too great from the Void Field, unfortunately. We were hoping for some damage items to come out of it, but I mean, it is what it is. Another bit of movement tech here. Stacking momentum there, just to get like really high. Really good momentum there, and just like reverse vertically. Something you also might notice me doing is I'm sprinting between every shot with White
I'm
Feed.
dead. Pumpkin.
Ooh, that's not great.
Okay, I'm
over down
dipping.
here.
Yep. Okay,
Cool.
pull straight out. Yeah, I got a really slow and mobile character. So something like a Clay Dunstrader that can just do insane damage is very, very risky.
Yep.
Fortunately, I didn't die.
Yeah. The one really nice thing about that character is that you can go really, really high, really fast, which is great for traversing a lot of stages. Generally speaking, we want to get characters that do damage and move fast, and there are a few of those that we're really looking for.
Yeah, and of course, everyone has their personal preferences too.
Yeah.
I speedrun this game pretty much right when it first came out. So Mercenary was my go-to class, as that was the meta at the time.
Yep.
Okay, good.
I can grab this.
Is that good for you? Whatever damage. Okay, I'll take this then.
Yep.
This game's metagame is so cool, and like it's developed a lot, but it's just like as someone who only plays this game casually, like it's so cool just like looking at just top level play.
Thank you. I don't want to take compliments, but thanks.
Alright, this is looking good so far. Hunter is
Yeah.
pretty strong right now.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, what's that? Ooh, definitely want that.
Yeah. Alright, I'm good
Go
on
ahead and
TP.
TP.
Got it.
Bleed is a debuff that stacks infinitely and does damage over time, and the damage over time increases every time you stack it. So really nice to have a lot of that. Acrid's really nice because Acrid has this ability called Poison, and Poison actually does % health damage. I'm going to hit this.
Right,
There's
we
also a
should-
guaranteed legendary chest on this stage, which will contain a very powerful item. I wish anything else would come out of that.
I got a reroller, actually. What you get?
Okay, cool.
Oh.
I got the vase.
Good. Alright, I'm gonna reroll the legendary chest then. Let me find TP.
Cool. Yeah, so these things are kind of annoying for Acrid to deal with, so I'm just gonna camp them. Acrid also has another tech called M1 canceling, so you can see me sprinting in between my M1s, and that will progress the stage of the M1 without having to wait for the next attack to come out. So timed right, you can actually just get much faster attack speed with Acrid than you just start with, which is great. Alright, I
Okay,
killed the
TP
Solar
up,
Sprouts.
TP up there.
Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna look for the legendary chest.
Yep.
Watching Acrid is so funny, but I'm not gonna lie, I forgot its name, and I almost said a word that I can't say, and that's for the knowers.
That's for the knowers. Knowers know.
Knowers know.
There's a mountain here. I don't really want to hit it.
No, there's two. We shouldn't.
Shrine of the Mountain will increase the amount of bosses that spawn, but also give you increased rewards. Generally pretty risky. High risk, high reward, you know? But, I mean, yes, I'm Acrid and I can deal with the boss pretty efficiently, but that's not necessarily, like, always worth the risk. I haven't seen any good printers yet.
No.
1900 for Legendary.
Okay. We should do TP soonish and we can just step out.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm gonna hit this first, though.
Yeah, go
Don't
for
go
it.
Watch Printer.
Watch printer?
Might hit that up at the end of the run.
I'm not doing that.
There's also, I think I saw a Power Elixir printer too, so I'm
Yep.
actually going to split my items between that.
Okay, there's a scrapper up top.
That guy's really dangerous. Green item dropped. Gorge Tome, I'm going to try to grab that. so
That's
we can
actually
potentially
good, so we
more-
can get, yeah, more money.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the stage that we normally take it a bit slower on. It gives us a good opportunity to farm, get a little bit stronger, and like keep up with the scaling of the game.
Yep.
And plus, because of the guaranteed legendary, it's safe to be here anyways.
Yep. Hey, don't do that to me, maybe. Cool,
Oh,
thank you.
another green item down there.
Cool, corner bubble. I'm gonna keep pelting at this void jailer.
Yeah, we've got some problems up top.
I'm on my way as soon as this void jailer stops pulling me in. So those guys are really annoying because they do like just actually rope you in, and then if you get close enough to them, they just do a shotgun blast and it does 1,000,000 damage. Those things are pretty scary, and they don't normally spawn at this point in the game, but yet again, the artifact that lets things spawn where they're not supposed to strikes. I'm here.
Okay,
We
good.
can hit TP.
All right, let's hit it. We're looking good on money too.
Yep, let me get all the white items if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, we're feeding you.
Miner is
Okay.
hungry.
Oh, Stone Titan, we totally could have hit Shrine of the Mountain.
Totally good, but that's a retrospect.
Yeah.
If we'd seen Void Devastator, we'd be having very different emotions right about now. Accurate is so funny, by the way.
As the developer intended.
Okay, I'm just gonna deal with some of these ads.
Sounds good.
So one important thing to note about Risk Green 2, the teleporter, if you look in the top right of our screens, it's going to say charge the teleporter a certain percent. We have to get that percent to 100 before we're able to take it to the next stage. And that cannot reach 100 while the boss that spawns when we initially hit the teleporter is still alive. So
Yeah.
as long as we're staying in this red zone, which charges the teleporter, and killing the boss before that reaches 99%, then we're not wasting any time. So dealing with ads is sometimes a safer bet.
Yep. Also, we can step out here to potentially get more money. Oh, big guy here, big guy here.
Yep, working on it.
I'm just gonna mash on him and
Okay.
hope it works out. I do have a power elixir, so I can actually kind of afford to make this dangerous play. Made it. Killed him. Don't go near. Don't go near.
Yep.
That orb that it spawns afterwards also instantly kills you, by the way, if you're inside of it when it blows up.
Do you know where you said you know where the item is, right?
No, it's not good.
Sorry. You should take
yeah, I know.
take recycler so you can recycle it and then you can just swap
Yeah,
back to.
I don't have quite enough. Let's get to 2K.
Okay.
Step out.
Yep.
Well, so now we're stepping out of the teleporter range, which lets us actually farm some more, because you can see, because we're not fully charged, enemies are going to continue
Okay, we're
to
at
spawn.
2K.
2K, I believe that is enough.
Yeah.
Cool, we can step back in.
Okay. Take the recycler. I'll take the base.
Sounds good. Also, when I'm doing the stomp thing, I can't take fall damage. I'm going to print a lot, by the way.
Okay, and then let me know when you're good, and I'll hit TP. Whew. Okay, that was a pretty good. Stage 4 is a little scary there. You're good? No, you're printing.
no.
Okay.
I'm printing. Printing a lot. So I'm going to print everything I own into these power elixirs here. Then I'm going to print everything I own from that into the delicate watches. And I'm going to keep a few power elixirs. So delicate watch increases my damage by 20%. And as long as I have them, that damage will continue to be increased. However, they break once I get to 25% health. There is a scrapper. I'm going to keep my crit here. I'm actually going to come back up real quick and scrap a few things instead of going all the way.
Okay, there's a scrapper down there too, but I lost track of it, sorry.
Okay.
Right, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. There is one up here. Let's if we take it a little bit slow here. So first I'm scrapping these.
Oh, I could scrap my watch. Or I mean, not my watch, my
Oh yeah, you can
roach.
scrap the
Yeah.
roach.
Here.
Yeah, thank you.
Let me know when you're.
Yep, go ahead. Cool.
Go for it.
Thank you. So
Yeah, we're-
basically what we're doing here is we're just making me really strong. That's the long and short of it. This is a great combination of printers to see on a stage, though.
Yeah, we did get pretty lucky with that.
I'm just going to get 3 of these. This gives me a lot of wiggle room. So these actually are the counterpart to the Delicate Watch. They activate whenever you are at 25% health and heal you by 75%. So they pop you back up. But in doing that, they do not allow the Delicate Watches to break.
Yeah, and I will bring up, this does like visually seem a little slow, but when we get to the final boss stage, it'll become much more apparent how we needed the damage. This is going to save us a significant amount of time later just farming for the items.
All right, good to go.
All right, cool. Thank you, B.
Yeah, it'll be quite fast. Yeah, vase, cool. Just double checking.
Yep.
Yeah, this game's final boss is difficult and can take a while.
Okay, I see Void Field. Let's check it.
Yep, we want to see potential, just like a lot in there. So now I actually am the high damage survivor that I am advertised to be.
With all that work.
With all that work, I can now do damage, kind of.
Okay.
Drop something. Nice insticle on that. Great, love that. Stealth kit, nice survivability item. Yeah, we're clearing the void seed here because you can see there are those void cradles again. We're hoping for some damage items to come out of them. Also, I'm buying drones where I can. Because, uh-oh. Uh-oh. So, you see there, that was bad. Please don't hit me. Thank you. I already burned one of my delicate watches, unfortunately, because of that guy. But this, not my delicate watches, my power elixirs. But this is why I get power elixir.
Yeah,
specifically for stuff like that.
If you didn't have any and all of your watches broke, we would be in a pretty bad situation.
Yep.
Okay. How many void critters are there? Just the one?
There are 3.
3? Okay. All right. I'm picking one.
Yep. More Wungus. I love more survivability.
You want the needle tick too? Actually, you already have bleed. Let me take it.
Okay, that works too. Polyloot, I need that.
Yep, go for it.
This is one of the things we really are looking for.
Yes.
Yes.
So now, when I strike enemies, there's a chance that a bunch of lightning will come down and hit them too. So you see that effect? That's a polyloot. So as you can see, I'm already doing a lot more damage just by getting that one item.
Yeah, polyloot is crazy.
Yep. Ooh, Rose Buckler. Fantastic survivability item. So something in this game that's really important for players to do is kind of like the general rule of thumb is always be sprinting, always be moving. Rose Buckler really rewards that because I get 20 defense every time I'm just running.
Oh, that's another power elixir printer and our NTP also.
Okay, cool. I have 2, I'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm trying to kill this guy though because he's really dangerous. Cool. So you can see a lot of damage.
A cool tech my character could do actually that I'd like to talk about for a sec is this kind of railgun shot you see me firing. Normally that has an incredibly long cooldown, but part of the special things about multi and my character is that he has 2 equipments and you can swap back and forth, and it also comes with 2 different loadouts. So your like primary fire could be on like between 4 different abilities. But if you switch your loadouts, it resets the cooldown on your clicks, so I could just constantly fire this railgun shot like way faster than I'm intended to be able to do so.
It does crazy damage, actually.
Okay. Quail.
Quail, nice. Double quail. Hey, this guy's scary.
Yeah, let's deal with that.
I'll deal with the golems, so you don't have to.
Thank you.
Got him.
Nice.
Well, the golems hit me pretty hard. I'm fine. One thing that is very true about the character description of Huntress is that she is, in fact, pretty fragile.
That is the realest thing I've ever read.
I hope we get Loader so we can talk about the slow bruiser.
Oh my gosh, I would love Loader for the final stage too. Loader's probably, I'd argue, the best character in the game. At least for speedruns.
Definitely.
All right,
a lot of people argue
ready to
go? Yes, let me hit this. Oh yeah, go.
Oh god.
What was in there? I made a mistake. You have the right thing, right? You have the...
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
that was terrifying.
Oh, this is gonna be a bit rough.
Okay, this is not great, but it could have been worse. We've had worse before.
We have had worse before. So my thing about this character is that, look at these abilities. You see that first bit? Yeah, I do percent damage to myself to use my abilities. Oh yeah, also Wax Glow is fun.
Yep.
So as you can see, I can sometimes put myself in range of my delicate watches breaking, which we don't really want to see. Thankfully, I do have a healing item as my current active, which will be helpful. Let me take a sip of water while I'm on this big hallway.
Let me know when you're close and I'll shoot it.
Reminder to drink
So
water.
this is going to be pillar skip.
Yep, go ahead and shoot it.
All right, so normally you have to clear out a bunch of pillars to get up there, but I could just teleport us through this quantum tunnel. It's kind of funny.
So this is one of the reasons we really wanted the vase, was because of that. Can I not take a bunch of fall damage? Thank you.
Here we go. This is it's gonna be tough.
Mithrix. This is the guy. This is the guy of all time. We're doing really good damage here. I wish we had a death mark. That'd be so nice. My abilities do also heal me on Rex. And this little thing right here is fantastic for Mithrix. This actually binds Mithrix to a single location, which is great.
Oh, I got crits and then he jumped.
I don't really want to be hit by that. Okay, cool. But Mithrix also loves to get out of control. So there's Mithrix trying to go out of control here. Put that there.
You can't do that, little buddy.
So something about Mercenary, by the way, is Mercenary has a ton of iframes on a bunch of different abilities. So Mercenary is really, really nice for this because you can just kind of
mash on.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other way to put it. It's mashing. Mash your character.
Wonka knows about a few of those.
Management. Also, you can generally tell what attacks Mithrix really wants to go for in a lot of situations, and try to avoid them as best you can.
Yeah.
Also, I'm sorry, I did not hear you, Limey.
You guys were talking about mashing. I said Wonka knows about a few of those characters.
Oh,
I lost one of my power elixirs, but I have one more. So this is exactly why I picked them up, because they allow me to make mistakes. Especially with Rex, like a character like this, where it's like can be pretty hard sometimes to like not get put in that range.
So right now, Pioneer's a good majority of our damage because we got him fed. So essentially, my job is to bait as much aggro as I can and make sure Pioneer takes as little damage as possible, because I'm really not doing a lot. So I honestly
especially from those flying guys.
Oh yeah,
I am trying to handle one of them right now.
We got
I do have a burst heal.
We got Caffeinator over here, the vending machine.
I'm gonna grab some Box Relic procs here. So yeah, just focus on the flying enemies. I'll focus on the grounded ones.
Yep.
They're generally a lot less dangerous.
Oh well, I'm hurting. Getting behind cover.
Here, I'll start hitting them a little bit too, because I got some healing. Yeah, one of them's aggroed on me now.
Okay.
I just want to keep to one. I only want one of these guys to really be focusing on me at a time.
Yep. Oh, for the healing.
So that doesn't happen. I pressed my burst heal, so I didn't have to break another thing. That's my fault for not playing around the cover here.
Okay.
That was a lot of damage at one time.
Healing now with this. You move. So this is generally what I would consider the hardest phase of this fight in this run.
I agree. I'm
very
just
much
trying to stay alive right here.
Yep.
I also got a bad equipment for this.
Cool. I killed a few of the flying guys. But one of the really nice things about it, speaking of Power Elixir, my beloved, get over here.
Get those guys out of here.
I did not want to get hit by that. I also heal when I sprint now, so I have like a lot of survivability as well as some decent damage. So even if this like takes a while, right, I should be able to live pretty well. The only issue is I don't have too much movement speed, which I kind of regret not printing some sprint movement on the second stage. But you know, decisions.
Who needs decisions when you can just survive? It's okay.
Oh shit, that's fun. I free through it. Okay, well, luckily we got most of the really bad enemies out of the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was the scary part, but Piner played that especially well. So, huge props.
Thank you.
Government mandated compliments right now.
I'm gonna buy this drone back. Another really great thing about drones that we didn't mention is that they actually draw aggro. So you can use them pretty effectively to like just keep hits off yourself. And when you're not getting movement speed and you don't have a character with very good movement abilities, that can be pretty important. Especially when you're not taking your time and getting strong. This is the last guy. Phase
4 phases of this fight. Phase 4 is a joke, so this is... Assuming we don't do something silly.
To phase 4. I don't think we can say that.
I'm gonna say it.
Hopefully nothing bad happens.
Okay, well, don't say that.
I think we're going that far. My bad.
The second hardest phase.
Okay, I took some damage. Getting out of here.
Yep. I've done a good amount of damage, about 14k.
Okay, there's one really scary ability. You'll know it when you see it. But
I call it pizza.
Yeah, it's pizza.
Also,
there's
something
pizza.
I should mention, Mercenary is actually the mobile high damage survivor that she tells you not to worry about. This is pizza, by the way.
Shout out to Pizza.
There's a Malachite enemy, center stage.
Yes, please, but
I'll try.
thank you.
Run
away.
I should not have tried.
My bad.
That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. There's a remote caffeinator. Yeah, luckily it got that use item before I got in a really bad one. It lets us heal up. We'll just spend a little bit of money to buy some healing.
Yep. Oh yeah, that one's not the one you have now. Not great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Oh, this guy's like stationary. I'm just gonna cut.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say if you could deal with that.
I really wish I had hit Mithras there with that.
Okay, on the way. I should have been on my way.
So one of the things that's a bit counterintuitive about this attack is you actually generally want to move, like opposite, so that doesn't happen.
Oh,
that happened.
Now we're okay.
Good luck.
So that happens sometimes.
Well, all I'm gonna say is we actually completed 7 practice runs in a row where we won.
Well, you guys have 15 minutes on the estimate. Good luck.
All right, here now.
Oh yeah, 15 minutes. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, run on drizzle. Drizzle's easy.
All right, yeah. So this was always a worry. Sometimes you just get really unlucky, and we got kind of bad characters for the last stage, but I think we played that pretty well. And now we're going to show you why we don't do this game on Drizzle.
Yeah, this is Loader, the slow bruiser. Let's just run it. Just run it. Yeah, just marathon things.
Yeah,
7 in a row, by the way.
This is why the estimate is a little high.
Okay.
Yeah. So my bad. I didn't move counter direction to the pizza, and I showed everybody exactly what I was talking about.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
So that's funny. But yeah, this character is fantastic. Oh, nice. Loader does 1,000,000 damage.
Oh, good. Yeah, see, now we're going to get an easy route in. Yeah.
Now we're getting really good RNG. So these are bands. They do that. See that giant fire spire there? Yeah, that does infinite damage. And by infinite damage, I just mean a lot of damage.
Oh, is that a fuel cell? No, it's a tome. That's okay.
Nice.
Alright, we're just gonna pretty much rush through this.
Yep. You're gonna mash, hold forward, whatever you want to call it. We have a band. I have a band in Shuriken. I can kill Brazil with my 3x.
Okay, I'm just gonna mash on TP.
Yep, sounds good.
Yeah, back in the day, this is how speedruns used to go. Well, obviously, way different category, but any percent, you just run to the teleporter. You hope you got good items, and then you beat the game or whatever. We didn't even have an actual beat the game ending.
Yeah, you didn't because you had you only had obliterate.
Yep, and sometimes
Category.
that was the category. Oh, I got multi.
Entrepreneurs. Looking for TP. He's over here.
All right, cool.
So you can actually look for TP by looking for these really small particles in the sky. They're probably really hard to see on your screen. Shout out to Jigglypuff, by the way. Melee players will recognize this form of gameplay that I'm currently participating in.
Okay, I'm rushing TP.
Shout out to Super Smash Brothers Melee for the Nintendo GameCube.
Doesn't look like there are any void seeds or cradles, so I'm just gonna go ahead.
Yep. Him. Probably just gonna melt this guy. Multi's good.
Yeah, we just want to make sure that we kill that little guy. Yeah, unfortunately, Artificer. The one other thing that is really nice about Artificer is because it's multiplayer, we can get like people, like we can get characters for each other that like cover each other's weaknesses, which is great. I'm gonna ruin this guy's life. Get over here. Okay. Hey,
Sorry.
there's cleansing pools. What the heck? What the cringe?
I
You
wanted
can
to.
just reroll this, honestly.
It's not up for 40 seconds, but I'll. If,
Yeah, but I mean, TP's not
yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
sure.
yeah. No, I wanted to keep my options open, because you already have face.
Yeah, I already got ace.
I'm gonna pretend like I didn't know that.
Oh, you got multi as well, so you can just.
Yeah. All
Um.
right, I'm just gonna match TP.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. Unfortunate about me throwing on the Mythwix fight. We did get to demonstrate a lot of it though, which is cool. Eee! Oh, also, if you're not listening to the music,
Yeah, Risk of Rain 2 has a fantastic soundtrack.
yeah.
It's really good. I don't know what that guy is called, but he's hype. The lizard.
Elder Lemurian. I actually gotta turn you up a little bit. 1 second.
Yeah, TP.
PB. Also, there's some rules that we didn't discuss. We generally ban blue portals. Oh, my feather! We ban blue portals because it increases consistency. That's actually the reason that we went with that. Is it makes the run less chaotic and less random, which I think is really funny.
Who needs consistency in a speedrun, right?
Yeah, especially in this category. It's
Well, I
way
mean,
more
on
fun if you have it
Drizzle,
random. Yeah, on Drizzle.
Drizzle is the consistency.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. Drizzle, yeah.
I mean, like, look.
Oh my
And if you are
god.
curious, we actually have gotten runs where we do not get pillar skip.
Yeah, it
with,
is possible.
It is possible.
Not like super common, I'd say. Maybe about like a fourth of runs we won't get pillar skip, but
Yeah. But it does happen. Take a Sharkin. Oh my god, it's Goth! I love that guy. That guy is so cool. That guy's so cool.
I'm looking at your profile picture on Discord right now, and I don't know if I believe
Well,
you.
there's my profile picture. It's good. Look at him. They make little noises. They go. Wah, wah, wah. It's awesome. I love those guys.
Excuse my language, Matt's PogChamp.
Whoa. On GDQ, dude. You know it's supposed to be PG.
Oh my gosh.
What do you think the P and the G stand for? It's like Pog.
Oh my god. Oh my lordy lord. The conspiracy deepens? You can hit it as soon as you get it.
Yep.
So yeah. As you can see, we have not had it to think a single time yet.
Oh, something
Ooh,
drops.
yummy.
Yeah, I was gonna say somebody dropped something. I heard it. I couldn't find it. But Will Wisp is good. One of the items they brought over. So it's actually Risk Raid 2. I don't think we even talked about this. Risk Raid 1. Also
before you talk
a
about
fantastic
that,
game.
I need to talk about Morse code. Y'all know what Morse code is, right? So anyways, this little thing here beeps in Morse code, and I'll give you 3 seconds to guess what it says. All right, 3, 2, 1. It says Updog.
What's up, dog?
Not much about you.
Oh!
We got
I
that.
get it!
What one void cradle?
We have two.
Okay.
Honestly, we just try
Yeah,
some
just-
super boss here and drag it in.
Yep. Well, there's two void areas. There's another one over there.
Yeah. Drag it into the void.
So I'm just gonna pray on. Oh, I also have the boss killer.
Cool. So there's an optional super boss here. I wonder if you can use it on that guy. I've never tried. Probably not. There's an optional super boss here.
No, I'll just save it for TP.
Yeah. That we can activate by destroying a bunch of eggs across the level. I can't hit that from here. This one there. As you can see, I actually don't care about taking fall damage. That's because on Drizzle, your health regeneration is really, 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 really high.
I'm not used to seeing it this high, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh. You hear a distant whirring. So we just need to destroy one more egg. There's probably one in the void cradle here. Maybe on the other
Yeah, I got one on the far right, over here.
Just break it when you can.
No, I broke it already. We're waiting on one more.
Yeah.
Also,
Also, I think the
mountain
TP
because
is
I've got
below.
boss killing.
Yeah, we can try it. Probably one over here, right? If you broke one over here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go inside.
Okay. Yeah. Even though we're on Drizzle, still probably for the best we farm here.
Yep,
It's
I'm gonna
like,
activate the TP.
yep, go for it.
So something about this field is that it actually does enemy damage to non-void enemies that are inside of it as well. So as you can see, the teleporter boss is actually just taking % health damage by existing. So one of the great things about the field is that you can just, see you, dude.
Okay. Nice.
ATGs.
Oh yeah. Of course, now we're getting the bands and the ATGs.
Yeah, it's the ATGs.
Oh my gosh,
Get out of
yeah.
here.
This is like the run. All right.
Yeah, I don't even think we need a farm on Super Boss here. I think there's no reason to.
No, we should still do void cradles though, because there's at
Yeah,
least a
so we
couple.
can, I'm getting rid of this gup out here so we can, Oh, a really cool interaction with Shuriken, actually, and Engineer's Turrets is that the Shuriken allows Engineer's Turrets to do enough damage to proc the bands, which is fantastic.
Yeah, there's a damage threshold you have to hit before your these bands we keep talking about will go off to do even more damage.
Yep, they just multiply the damage that activates them. It's pretty crazy. The last one's inside,
Yeah.
and then we can actually charge the TP
Yep.
because we're not just getting carried all the time.
Yeah, while you're in that field, even though bosses will take damage, we'll take damage too. And it's a lot.
Yeah.
So,
% health. Cool.
alright, I'll get some
clear.
one of the cradles over here.
Cool.
Oh, if you can't catch TP.
Yeah, TP. Once we charge TP, we'll do that.
If you see the last egg, hit it, because I still got my boss gun.
Sounds good. Also, if we end up going over estimate enough that we have to cut the run, that's fine. Just let us know. As you can see, they can hit the van too. They can hit the woe. Adrian, would you? Oh, dang. Sorry for doxing you.
It's okay.
Would you mind coming in here
Doxed.
and hitting the woe? I don't know how to do it.
I'm not gonna hit the woe. Not on stream. Not for free.
Stream,
Not for free.
Not for free.
How much money do I have to give you to hit the woe?
Not enough.
Oh my gosh. Alright, TP it. 95.
Well, we just I want to hit this.
Yeah.
Stop helping me with these. Fringe Lords. No thanks. I think there's some on the other one, right? How
Oh
many?
my gosh, I got the funny goggles. There was only one I saw.
I found another down here.
Yeah.
Where I heard something drop an item.
Let me know when I get a TP.
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay.
Ooh, voice sign. Love that.
But you also got the funny goggles.
Hey, my brain starts to be many, and my redo Rex be few. So real. Thank
Alright.
you. We have another
Let's-
void seed if we want to do that. We can just
Yeah, it's in TP. Yeah, we should just hit TP. And I'll kill boss.
Cool.
Hopefully we...
Oh, it's TP is in.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Zone.
saying.
Perfect. So, Mercenary has a pretty cool ability called Expose that you can clock through different abilities depending on your build, and as well as just like hitting 3 of your slashes. And that allows you to actually reduce your cooldowns, which is cool as heck, by 2 seconds for each exposed hit. Gonna get rid of some of these void barnacles real quick.
Yep. Oh, that is really funny. Where is he? Where's he at?
TP into you. I think. Oh, never
He ain't
mind.
TP into nobody.
I don't know where he's going. Buddy's gone. Buddy is gone. All right. For sure, dude. I'm looking for. Okay, there's one. There are 2 void cradles in here, which is awesome. Love that. So once you get down to 3 void enemies, you can actually turn your camera like this, and arrows will appear in the direction of where the void enemies are, which are over by Morka now.
Yep,
There's
just farming
one,
some
and
health.
there's one last one, kind of over there. Oh, yo. Do you have any crit? No, you can't even get crit glasses. I should do. So this is one of the best boss enemies in the game. So getting the gun is very fun. Where's the guy? I lost him. Oh, I guess he's gone. Yeah, exactly. It's very satisfying, like just the combos with this character. Oh yeah, I forgot. We need to pick up our left-in daisies.
Oh, poly it's mine this time. I'm greedy.
You get the volley loot this time. Okay, not that way.
Mom said it's my turn on the poly loot.
Oh yeah, well I get the safer spaces.
Oh.
Please be invincible. Okay, cool. Almost exploded. That little purple or the little red and black like pulse that lands on you happens from the enemies that are corrupted by the void, and it does so much damage.
All right, I'm mashing TP. You have item.
Cool. Yeah, I'm good to go.
Yeah, so not only is this run significantly faster, it's also way easier.
Yeah, just because drizzle.
Yeah,
No
because
sweat's broken
drizzle.
so far.
And also we got like some pretty good items.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Engineer turrets on this one is actually going to be really funny. Oh, maybe I should have given it to you. So Bandit has a function. So Bandit's really crazy. Bandit actually spawns with a lot of crazy stuff. So invisibility, which removes aggro from you. Things will not know where you are actually when you're invisible. It doesn't remove aggro necessarily, but it does like make so they can't really aim at you. 100% crit as long as he is hitting from behind. And on top of that, the ability when critting to basically apply a debuff that's pretty similar to bleed.
So one other thing to describe how absolutely insane Drizzle is compared to the other difficulty we're just playing on. We are on PB pace, like when comparing to the other difficulty, and we've just been, giggling for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll get there eventually.
Yeah, you're moving. Don't worry. I'll deal with this buddy. So here's my crits from behind. That's a lot of damage. And then, where'd I go?
Try to get a Desperado stack off that, honestly.
You know what? That would have been smart. All right.
Here we go. Oh, look, Magma Worm. Hi, buddy.
Hi, buddy.
I have no way to.
Everyone say hi to Magma Worm. One of the OG bosses, honestly.
Yeah,
Another
that
return
thing used to be so funny. I miss the Skyworms.
Yeah.
Skyworms were hilarious.
I think they're remastering Risk Rain 1 too. Like I don't know when that's supposed to be dropping, but very excited for it.
Sometime, at some point.
Hold on, I can't really see the number of total health too well. Is that like a fourth of like the other
Oh no, it's
difficulty?
actually even less.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure. I think he had a 35k. Or no, 45k. Actually, no, I think that's about a fourth. I don't know how math works.
This game is like the most fun math class I've ever been in.
Awesome.
Whenever you're talking about this game, you're like, yeah, proc coefficients. I don't even know what that means. I'm gonna agree with you though.
Yeah, so, go little buddies, go get them. Also, we have the opportunity to skip phase 4 here, because we have fire bands. There's actually a bit of a tech there where you can skip phase 4 using them.
The funniest
when
possible
he
outcome.
returns to center, you can actually time it if you time it really well.
This guy needs to leave me alone.
I'm trying. I'm doing what I can.
Oh my gosh.
Pop.
Okay.
What? Why is there nothing? What? Is there only 2 of these guys?
This
I
is
am surprised.
hilarious.
I'm a player of
Look at
this
how
game.
little
I enjoy
damage
this
they did to
game.
me. I got hit. Would you believe that I got hit? Okay, there is 4.
I've only played on Drizzle like once. This is a surprise to me too.
It is very easy. I like to call Drizzle the game reviewer accessibility option. Just the game reviewer difficulty. But in reality, this game is actually very difficult, and a lot of people start on Drizzle, and that's a very reasonable thing to do. Because again, game is very hard. Whoa, I might be owned.
Yeah, whenever I started playing this game, for fun, I was like, I should play on Monsoon. That'd be really fun. Monsoon is fun. And then, like a week later, I was like, can we play on Rainstorm? And then Hunter was like, I guess so. And then I was like, can we play on Drizzle? And Hunter was like, you don't want to do it. And they were right.
Yeah, it's definitely just like way easier. But I actually do really think it's important for the game to like have this.
Yeah.
Because it makes it like way more accessible to like everyone. People who aren't used to like this type of game, people who aren't necessarily like are newer to video games. Drizzle is really important for those people to be able to actually enjoy this game. And I'm actually really thankful that it's in the game. As much as I like
kind of dog on it.
Kind of dog on it a little bit. Hey, that was kind of rude, man. Can you leave me alone, man? Thank you. I'm over here now.
Oh,
I really love being over here.
can you get hit by pizza from up here?
No, you actually can't.
I'm just gonna blame Drizzle.
Actually,
I
yeah,
think.
you totally can. I totally just did, but I blocked it.
I would not believe it if you posted a screenshot afterwards and said, I got hit with pizza.
Hey, I got my turrets, dude. Those things are the dangerous things you gotta worry about. See? See, he's not even worrying about it. All right, let's save our bands if we can for Let's get him low. I'm not even like trying to avoid his stuff, by the way. I think that should be said. Like I'm kind of not doing that at all. Okay, so now we can try to skip the phase here. Get your band ready.
Oh, I did a funny thing.
Come
I'm not gonna talk about it.
Dang. Oh well, it's probably gonna die to those missiles. Phase 4 is like not super slow, anyways.
You said try and save your bands, and I'm like, but what if I got another Desperado product?
You goober. Oh, I respawn those. I should not have respawned those. Goober activities. That's fine. Oh, I got my shuriken back. And my band. Awesome.
Why is this health only 6k?
It's like the most pronounced owie I've ever heard in my life.
By the way, someone instantly killed me on Rainstorm. Instantly. No chance.
Alright. So there's a cool tech here. Probably want to talk about this. You showed this to me.
So, yep, there we go. Here's our portal. So these portals actually all consistently lead to different locations. You can use that giant rock in the background to consistently line up to turning 180 degrees. And then that portal will spawn up and to the up into the left of where you are. And if it's on the inner circle moving counterclockwise, if you jump into it, you'll always end up here.
I'm sorry, I have no idea what that means.
If that one doesn't spawn, what's in here? It's your favorite guy.
I love that guy.
The other one that can spawn is on the outermost circle. Also moving counterclockwise up and to the left. That's another one that spawns. Can I make this?
I've properly been satiated.
Alright, well, and this is pretty much just like a celebration lap. Though I have lost runs here before in very humorous ways.
We don't talk about that.
You've lost one? You like cut out. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh, I've lost runs here before in the funniest of ways. But
he gave you a chance. He gave you a chance.
Oh, well. Some social cues. But either way, fun run. Thanks for having us. It was super duper fun.
Yeah, before you guys go and also like call time and whatever, like I want you guys absolutely to like shout out like your socials and where people can find you because you guys have been amazing.
Thank you. You can find me pretty much everywhere just as Piner. I'm on Twitch as Piner, I'm on Discord as Piner, I'm on whatever as Piner. If you can't find Piner, you can find Piner 7500. That's where I am on Twitter.
On Zitter.
And all that. So.
Yep, and but pretty much the only social media I use is Twitter. Blanca Lamb and M on Twitter. I just post memes, but.
Also, somebody posted a description of proc coefficients in the chat, and that's a very succinct definition of it. Good job. Read that instead of listening to me. Get away from me! All right, and time's coming up very soon, and time.
Woo!
Nice.
That was awesome.
Jeez. Let's let, so there's the final cutscene. Also, the lore of that, by the way, is kind of crazy. So we just killed a god. So the interdimensional space containment like creatures known as like the Void Jailers and the Void Reavers are coming to contain us because we are a danger to the universe.
Which is crazy.
The lore of this game is wild, by the way. There's a great video explaining it by Grove Tender that I just recommend. If you like this game and you don't know about the lore, please watch that video. It's so good. But yeah, GG's. Something about selling on Mythrix on the first run.
No, you did good. You did. It was a tough situation. We didn't really get a whole bunch of good items that run, so we had to go for a risky play, and it didn't pan out. But that happens on occasion with this game. And
those are the best of us.
Yep.
All right, GG's.
Yeah. So real quick, one more time. Thank you to Piner. Thank you to Blanca. Go follow them on Twitch and on Twitter. I love them. They're my good friends. Real quick, one more time. I know I say this a lot, but like it's important. If you're watching on YouTube, follow the Twitch. We have content literally every day. Also, like, subscribe, all that. And if you're in the Twitch chat, consider subbing using your Prime sub, gifting subs using bits. I think hype chats exist. I haven't heard a thing about them since they launched. If you love the content, like the daily content here, consider using those to support GDQ. But we're done with our show, and now we're gonna be going EP mode. I don't know
Yeah,
if the W.
it's time for bed where I'm at. I'll tell you what.
Well, I'm not gonna go to. I'm gonna go to Whataburger and I'm gonna eat a patty
Yo,
melt.
bring me-
Can I
bring-
come?
bring me
Can I
some,
come?
bring me some.
I want a Whataburger.
Yeah, you can come. You can come. But
Awesome.
but yeah, thank you everyone for watching. There's a few familiar faces that have been here since the very beginning of today. So thank you so much. And yeah, just stick around to. I mean, obviously not the whole night, but tomorrow there's going to be a special one-off with a couple of different RPGs. It's going to be super cool. And then the day after, I think, is going to be PB Precipice. So definitely just stick around, watch that. Follow GDQ, sub, all that, everything. We're going to be ending stream soon. Goodbye.
Bye. Thanks for having us.
Bye.